This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to today's ball game. ICC hitting the road to travel to Moorhead to take on Mississippi Delta. It's homecoming at Delta, and ICC trying to keep those playoffs hopes alive with a win this afternoon here at Mississippi Delta. Adam Gore, and filling in for Mr. Jim Ingram, who is on assignment this weekend, is CJ Adams. And CJ, getting your feet wet here on the broadcast, and one of your first football games to travel with us, a big ball game this afternoon for ICC.
Yeah, it is. It's a great day for a football game. Pleasant weather. Indians had a little trouble getting here with their bus, but they are here now, ready to play, and looking forward to an exciting game.
Yeah, to talk about that, ICC ran into a little bit of trouble on the way here. The bus broke down, I think, in the Coffeyville-Tillatobia area. So Mississippi Delta extended some kindness and sent out the bus to come help the guys. But ICC has not been on the field to warm up or anything yet, so that's going to be an interesting fact there for ICC. Well, earlier in the week, CJ's brother, Lee Adams, had a chance to talk with Coach Sean Cannon about today's matchup with the Trojans. So we'll go to that interview now here on the Davis Ford pregame show.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza. $2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. We're here with Coach Cannon. Coach, before we get into Delta, talk a little bit about last week and that gutsy win on the road against Holmes.
Yep, we found a way to win, and that's the most important thing. Our kids, fought through it. We made some plays there, made a big kick there in the second half, and kicked it early. Really didn't know how big of a play that was going to be, but give Holmes credit. They were ranked in the nation for a reason, and I thought our kids went down there on the road and and battled, and come out with another win, and just sets us up for for this week coming up playing Delta, and but been really proud of our guys, and being able to do what we've done in the last couple weeks, and so looking forward to another game on Saturday.
Now, Delta presents a little different challenge this year because you get them after they've won 2 in a row, so they've got a little extra confidence as they beat Kahoma in a nail-biter and then handled Northeast last week. Just talk about some of the challenges that you're going to face with Delta, not only with them having confidence, but with their ability on the field.
Well, it's always been like that. You play Delta, they're always going to play you hard. They always play at Awamba hard. And, got to go down there for their homecoming. And they are playing with confidence, and give them credit. They battled and won 2 games here. And that's the thing I've told our kids all week. We got to be prepared to go into a buzzsaw because they're playing with a lot of confidence. They made some plays against Northeast, and had some turnovers against them. So we got to make sure that we go down there and handle our business against these guys.
Okay. Well, this week you got a little extra time though, playing on Thursday and then playing on Saturday. What have you done this week a little different from your normal routine to get your guys ready?
Yeah, fall break came Monday, Tuesday, so we brought the kids back on Tuesday. Give them kind of a longer weekend, give them a day off on Monday. It just kind of fell the way, with the fall break and playing on Saturday. So I was able to get them away from it a little bit, get the coaches away from it a little bit. Kind of get a little away time from it, but brought them back here on Tuesday and basically stayed on the same schedule. Tuesday became a Sunday practice for us. Wednesday was a Monday. Thursday would be a Tuesday, and Friday, of course, would be like day before the game on a Wednesday. So our routine didn't change. Just got a little extra break there, and so I was able to get some kids, a little healed up and maybe a little more rested, coming back for this week's practice. And cooler weather, hope it's going to help us now. Hope it'll stay around for the rest of the season anyway. And anytime you get that, kids get more excited because it's more fall weather going into it. And, so they kind of feel like it's kind of hit football season for sure.
All righty. Well, we'll move into the Keys to Victory section here, brought to you by Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. So, Coach, what are your keys to victory against Delta?
Yeah, got to play good in the kicking game. Last week Northeast did not play good in the kicking game against Delta. Delta was able to, capitalize on a botched punt there. The punter kicked one up on the one of their guys, bounced off his back. Delta was able to get a quick touchdown there, and that's one thing we worked hard this week. Can't go up any big returns there, and got to make something happen when they try to either kick the ball off, either with return or we try to block a punt there. So, special teams always plays big in this game. Has over the last 4 to 5 years we played them. Can't turn the ball over. That's why Northeast got beat last week. They threw, I think, 3 or 4 interceptions against them. You can't give a team extra possessions. You got to be able to score and keep the ball on your side. But it's going to be real important for us offensively to go down there and jump on them quick. And defensively, kind of been our Achilles heel all year. Can't give up big plays. You got to make teams earn what they get. And that was one thing last week. You take out. Shoot three of the big plays against Holmes, and that's a different ballgame. That's the difference in 200 yards of total offense. You don't give up and 21 points. But that's something we just got to keep eliminating. You can't do it against these guys. And going down there playing their homecoming, they're going to have more motivation and all those things like that. And and it's our second road trip in a row that we're playing here. So, but all those factors go into at the end of the day, we got to be able to check a win. And that's this is our next to last conference game, and it's going to be huge to get this, try to get this victory that we're going to have to get on Saturday and be able to come back, next week for our last 2 home games.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck this weekend, and we'll be back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show here on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Davis Ford pregame show as we inch closer to that First American National Bank opening kickoff. We're exactly about 5.5 minutes away from that kickoff here in Moorhead. Of course, homecoming here at Mississippi Delta, always a fun time to be out here in the Delta on a Saturday. ICC trying to keep those playoff hopes alive. Last year, ICC was here in Delta for their homecoming and picked up a 62-14 win. But Delta's got some momentum on their side coming in after a 27-26 win over Coahoma, and then a very impressive win, 41-11 over Northeast. And so they're, after losing 27 straight, now winners of 2 straight. So very tough opponent than we're used to seeing out of Mississippi Delta. Well, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a break and come back with today's Coca-Cola starting lineups here for your ICC Indians. Back with this more right after this message from Coke.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Carter Mills, quarterback, Akron, Mississippi. Deshaun Dinkins, running back, Warner Robins, Georgia.
Mel Thomas, wide receiver, Colorado, Mississippi.
Austin Watkins, wide receiver, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Boris Brown, wide receiver, Grenada, Mississippi. Trey Town, fullback, Grenada, Mississippi.
Cameron Orr, right tackle, Golden, Mississippi. CJ Doss, O-line, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Shan Ross, center, Grenada, Mississippi. Devontae Willis, offensive line, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Will James, right tackle, Columbus, Mississippi.
Thomas Cox, long snapper, Fulton, Mississippi.
Hayden Franklin, punter, Pontotoc, Mississippi. Cale Comer, kicker, Caledonia, Mississippi.
Taker Ruggles, linebacker, Aberdeen, Mississippi. Michael Harrison, defensive tackle, Hamilton, Mississippi.
Rico Pickens, defensive tackle, Memphis, Tennessee.
Nicholas Smith, linebacker, Cleveland, Mississippi.
Atard Moore, linebacker, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Kamar Robertson, linebacker, Macon, Mississippi.
LaKentra Jones, linebacker, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Tyrese Quinn, cornerback, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Kenneth Mark, defensive back, Columbus, Mississippi.
B.J. Williams, defensive back, Aberdeen, Mississippi. Cortez Davis, defensive back, DeKalb County, Georgia.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Be a power.
Nah.
White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Truly.
Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza, come on.
Pizza and a Coke.
You got that right.
2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff. ICC won the toss and elected to receive, so Delta will be kicking things off. Delta in their all gray uniforms, red numbers, so that's going to be difficult to pick up today. ICC in their all red uniforms, white numbers. They do have the blue helmets. ICC will be moving left to right on your radio dial. And we're awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff here from Delta. The kick is away, and it's going to be angled towards the sideline, and it's going to be short, picked up there by the Indians, and they're going to say he went out of bounds once he picked it up. So it looks like the Indians will start things off from the 21-yard line. Good field position for the Indians to start, 1st and 10. So the ball will be marked at the 21-yard line. We're going to be a 1st and 10 here for the Indians. ICC coming from the sideline. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey there at South Adams Street. We do want to say a special hello to those watching on Let's Go ICC TV this afternoon, as well as listening here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan on Tuesday night with a replay. Clark Mills is your quarterback. Deshaun Dinkins in the backfield. 2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Indians. Mills wanting to throw on the first pass is out to the flats. They're going to say incomplete. The DB was all in the back of Austin Watkins that time. Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 situation now here for ICC. Just getting started. Clock is stopped at 14:56. So the Indians coming back to the line of scrimmage. Same set. Actually, this time they go 2 running backs in the backfield with Waddington coming in as well. This time, handoff is going to be to Hiram Waddington, trying to get to the sideline. Lowers his head, bullies his way forward, and looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. And we'll see where they officially mark the football. Yes, it will be a 1st down. A gain of 11 by Hiram Waddington. Move the chains, and ICC now has moved the ball out near the 35-yard line. So ICC trying to speed things up here, get quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 2 running backs in the backfield, Waddington and Dinkins. You've got 2 receivers near side. That's going to be Thomas and Watkins, and 1 on the far side of the field. I believe that is going to be Bradford on the far side. This time the handoff is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins is going to lower his head as he gets across the 35. That run looks like it's going to be good for 3, maybe 4 on the play. A gain of 4, actually give him a gain of 5, so a nice pickup there for Dinkins. So it'll be a 2nd down and a long 5 here for ICC. Empty backfield, or excuse me, no, 1 running back in there. Now Mills wants to go downfield. Oh, a whole lot of contact, but they're going to say the pass was not catchable. So good defense that time by the Trojans as the pass was a little too far. And so now it'll be a 3rd down and 5 situation here for the Indians.
Yeah, there was an awful lot of contact on that play. I'm guessing they're saying that was not catchable. I think it would have been a lot closer if he wouldn't have held him up.
And so now it'll be a 3rd down and 5 situation. 14:03 to play here. Mills is your quarterback, and everybody went that time. And the Delta fans kind of yelling after they called the play dead, but the the nose guard the linebacker was in the backfield with the snap. And that should be offsides on the Trojans. So if it is, that will march the ball up, and it could be close to a 1st down. We're going to see where they march this one off to. And I think it's going to be the call, offsides on the defense.
Be 3rd down.
And they're going to move the ball.
Short one.
It's actually going to be short. So now it is going to be a 3rd and 1 situation here for ICC. 3rd down and 1, possession down here for the Indians. No score, clock running here in the 1st quarter, 14 minutes to play. ICC and Delta. This time a little quick out pass is going to be caught by Thomas. He's going to be hit and dropped just shy of the 50-yard line. That time caught Delta trying to pinch in on an expected run. Good job on the pitch and catch out to Thomas. Moves the chains out to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Indians. So first down and 10. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey there on South Adams Street in Fulton. Got a tight end in the game this time. Mills dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. And once again, the DBs are getting there a lot earlier than they should be, as the hit on the defense that time looked to be about a step before the ball got there. No flag, though, so a break there for the Trojans. So this is going to break up a second down and 10 situation. Ball is at midfield for the Indians. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. They're wearing all red with the blue helmets, Delta, and they're all grays with the red helmets, as we mentioned. Going to be tough to pick up their numbers throughout the evening. Second down and 10 here for ICC. Waddington's going to get the carry. Going to bounce it to the outside now. Going to fight forward. He was hitting the backfield, but a good job of fighting forward for a gain of about 2 on the play by Waddington. So a good hard run that time for the freshman out of Oxford. So now it's going to be a third down, and let's call it 8 situation here for ICC. A possession down. Mills in the shotgun. Movement up front. This could be a free play. Looks like it is. Mills is going to load up and chunk it downfield, looking for Jamel Thomas. And Thomas is out of bounds. Good defense that time, as he pretty much just forced him out of bounds. Did not push him out of bounds, just forced him out of bounds. But there is a flag down, offsides on the defense. Once again, second time tonight we've seen that called on Delta. So it'll be a third down and short situation now for ICC.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
So the Indians making some mass substitutions in this situation here. 12:57, the clock is stopped. No score here between ICC and Delta. And where's the ball?
Wait, why did they give us the first down?
They have marked off 10 yards on the penalty. That should there's no way that's right. The referee's going to come back, and now he's going to step it off. Yes, I was going to say they were being very generous on that one, as it should have been a 3rd down and 3 situation. And now it is going to be a 3rd down and 3 after they moved the ball actually across the 40 to the 39-yard line. So ICC just couldn't catch the break on the mistake.
It's like Wadlington.
Yeah. It's a wild Apache here for the Indians, and it's going to be Wadlington who gets the snap. He gets the ball out to the 40-yard line.
It's going to be real close.
Depends on if it's going to be a left foot, right foot mark. Oh, I thought he got it out to the 40, but the judge on the sideline coming back and spotting it just shy of the 40-yard line. Little home field cooking here in the Delta on that spot. So now it's going to be 4th and inches here for the Indians. So 4th and inches here for ICC. They're going to keep the offense on the field. We've seen Delta jump twice already. ICC standing that wild Apache. Waddington, he's going to lower his head. I don't think he got it. No, he did not.
I don't think he did either.
And Delta defense comes up with a big stop there. And that has been a problem for the Indians. We saw it a couple of times against Holmes last week, where ICC rolled the dice, went for it on 4th down, and came up empty 3 times. And Delta that time recognized where the play was going, and a good surge by that defensive line. No gain on the play, and ICC turns it over on downs. Well, hold on. If that's where they're going to mark the football, then that should be a first down.
Yeah, that's
if that's where they mark the football, then that's a first down, and that's what Coach Sean Cannon's arguing now. Because they had to get across the 40 to get the first down, and they marked the ball on the other side of the 40. So that's either a bad mark for Delta or a tough mark for ICC. So Delta with it on first down, pressure coming, pass across the way is going to be caught. And it's going to be hit and dropped right around the 45-yard line. So interesting. Where the ball was marked, it was enough to gain the first down for ICC. And the referee said play on, as it's going to be a gain of 6 on the play for the Trojans. 2nd down and 4 to go here for Delta. Just now starting the contest. 11:58 to play here. 0-0 is your score. 2nd down, and let's call it a 2nd down and 4 situation here for the Trojans. But once again, we do apologize. We do not call out their names too often today. Their red numbers on these great jerseys are hard to pick up. Handoff in the backfield. It's going to try to knife its way forward. It's going to be close to a first down here. Need to get out to midfield. The ball should be spotted just shy of it. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and inches situation here for Delta. So Delta trying to convert on this 3rd and inches situation, as they stopped ICC on 4th and inches, trying to keep this drive alive here. ICC trying to get off the field here defensively. Ball is at midfield. 11:18 and counting here in the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. And it's going to be a give to the running back. He's going to bounce to the outside. I thought his knee was down in the backfield.
Oh, the ball came out at the end there.
And then the ball came out. Does ICC have it? Indians are celebrating like they do. We see some pushing and shoving going on after the play from Delta.
I haven't seen official.
And no official sign yet, but the way the teams are exchanging, looks like ICC does get the fumble recovery, and so didn't get the stop, even though it looked like his knee was down the backfield. It actually turns into a break for ICC as the ball comes free and ICC gets the turnover. And so it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. Well, good eye there, CJ. I did not see the ball come free on the opposite side of the field. So the Indians create a turnover, get the ball back now. It'll be a 1st down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 46-yard line here for the Indians. 11:05 to play here in the first quarter. No score between ICC and Delta. Mills, your quarterback. Play action. I'm going to set up a little bubble screen here to Austin Watkins. Breaks to the outside. Got a chance to go far here. And he is going to be hit and dropped. Hit and ran out of bounds that time. So a nice job using that aggressive defense against the Trojans.
That was a great block there by 78, Jacob Cunningham, that really opened that up to let him get that far with it.
As that will move the chains after a solid pickup there. The ball now at the 39-yard line for the Indians. ICC turned it over on downs on their first possession. Got a stop and a turnover on Delta's first possession. Now the Indians trying to drive downfield to see if they can take an early lead here. 10:35 and counting in the first quarter. Mills dropping back to pass. Pressure coming on the backside. Mills is hit as he lets go. And the pass is going to be tipped around, and they're going to say incomplete. And so that pass falls to the turf. Good pressure coming on the backside that time. Hit Mills as he released it, forced him to throw that one short. So second down and 10. Well, CJ, we talked about this a little bit in the pregame. You know, the Indians basically got off the bus and played this game after having some bus trouble on the way down here, and kind of seeing it early here, a little sluggish and some dead legs for the Indians to start the contest.
Yeah, when you're not used to getting your warm-up time and getting loose, it sometimes shows there on the field.
And that pass nearly picked off that time, in and out of the hands of the defensive back for Delta, as it was intended for number 15. That's going to be Brown. So the Indians catch a break there, as that was gift-wrapped interception, dropped that time by the Trojans. 3rd down and 10 here for ICC. So the Indians will break the huddle from the sideline. Delta showing pressure. Now it's going to adjust from it as ICC going to the sideline to change the play. Dinkins at running back in the backfield with Mills. Mills gets the snap. Pressure coming. Mills is going to be hit and dropped. Well, that time Delta brought everybody and then some, and the pressure got to Mills. Mills could not find a way to get the ball downfield. Great coverage that time by Delta. And that's going to be a sonic sack all the way back to the 46-yard line. And so it'll be a punting situation here for the Indians. And this is going to send in number 48, Hayden Franklin, the sophomore punter out of South Pontotoc High School. Had a couple of punts down last week inside the 1-yard line. Would love to see him duplicate that here. 4th and about 15. Snaps low, able to go get it. Now steps into it. High kick. Going to be angled towards the side. And the Delta return man actually gets it. It's going to be drilled and dropped at about the 7-yard line. Not a good decision that time from the young man from Delta. ICC gets a break now as the ball is going to be spotted at inside the 7. And so those type of punts, you got to get out of the way and let it go in the end zone.
Absolutely. And give Franklin credit. That was another really good punt from him.
Yeah, had a high hang time that time, not really returnable. Just the mental mistake that time by Delta, and ICC's defense now would love to see if they can get another turnover here and get that ball back, as Delta will have it now. 1st down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 7-yard line. 9:41 to go here in the first quarter. Trojans and ICC still scoreless. So Delta with the football. Got a handoff in the backfield, and ICC's
great
back
tackle.
there. So I believe that was number 50 for the Indians. That's going to be Cortavius Ivy. Yeah. Ivy, the young man out of, I believe, Amory. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, Amory High School. Getting back there for a tackle for a loss of 1 on the play. And so now it's going to be 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1. 9:18 to play here in the first quarter, still scoreless. Delta breaking the huddle. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. They do have a tight end in the backfield. Pressure coming, and Indians step up. They hit him. And as he goes to get in the end zone, they're going to say forward progress. They're going to mark him at the 1. Oh,
that was
Indians
close.
Nearly get a safety there. That would have been a big-time play for the Indians to get that 2 points. But good call, though, I believe, by the referee to give him that forward progress to the 1. So the Indians defensively pinning their ears back here. This will be a 3rd down and about 15, 16, let's call it 16 situation, as the ball is going to be just, and when I say just outside the goal line. So that was close to being a safety there. So Delta's got to be careful here, want to protect the football. 3rd down and long, 8:29 to play here. They're going to play it safe, hand it off up the middle, and ICC is just going to eat it up after a gain of 1 on the play. So good job by that ICC defense coming up and driving going backwards. And it all started with a great punt by Hayden Franklin.
Yeah, great punt, and then the great first play there by Ivy, tackling for a loss. Great defensive drive.
So 4th down and about 13, 14 to go here for the Trojans. They're going to be punting out their back of their own end zone. Don't really have the luxury of having the full space they typically punt on here, so Indians see if they're going to let to set up the return or maybe try to get after the punt here. Austin Watkins is back to receive this Little Caesars punt. Play clock down to 2 seconds. Snap back's good. The Indians do not bring pressure, and the punt is going to be fielded by Watkins at the 43. Watkins diving around, but great coverage downfield by the Trojans. Watkins couldn't make up his mind where he wanted to go, was only able to advance the ball out to the 40-yard line, but either way it goes, the Indians get really good field position to start their 3rd drive of the afternoon. 7:32 to go here in the first quarter. ICC and Delta scoreless. 1st down and 10 here from the 40-yard line. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. ICC struggling throwing the ball right now. The ground game has been well, just hasn't been able to string together a scoring drive just yet. So 1st and 10, 2 running backs in the backfield here for the Indians, 2 receivers on the far side of the field. And it's going to be a quick out pass to Watkins, and Watkins is ate up in the backfield.
All over that one.
Boy, I tell you what, Delta, it's almost like they're in the Indians playbook right now on these last couple of plays. A big loss there of about 4 yards. As the pass kind of wasn't a quick pass out to Watkins, took his time to get out there and allowed that speedy Delta defense to get to it in a hurry.
It was a little slow developing there.
So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 14 situation here for the Indians. Mills looking to throw, plenty of time. Pressure now breaks down. Mills is going to try to get upfield, nobody open. Mills now just drag route over the middle. That's going to be Hiram Wallaton coming back to help out his quarterback. And he's going to try to sneak into the end zone. Does he get in? Touchdown, Indians. What a play. 1 by Clark Mills and then 2 by Hiram Wallaton to come back and help his quarterback.
Absolutely, that was fantastic. Buying that time, getting out of the pocket. Wadlington running his route, breaking off, coming back near side, and taking it to the house.
That's a 44-yard touchdown pass for the Indians. 6:44 to go. ICC leads it now. 6-0. Awaiting the extra point here off the foot of Caleb Comer. Snaps a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So ICC takes a 7-0 lead here with 6:44 to go in the first quarter of play. We're going to take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back out of that timeout. ICC scores on a 44-yard touchdown pass to take a 7-0 lead with 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. If you're watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, we do appreciate you tuning in on a Saturday. You know you got a lot of options on a Saturday. I know probably stealing a lot of viewership from that LSU Georgia game going on right now. But either way it goes, 7-0 ICC with the lead, 6:44 to play here in the first quarter, getting ready for this First American National Bank kickoff from Comer. This kick is going to be angled towards the side, and it's going to be taken at about the 2-yard line by Delta. Delta trying to get to the outside, and almost a big-time spear that time from Parker, but a return out to the 20-yard line. Nice return that time for Delta. And so now to be 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. We'll be trying to bring you some scores throughout the afternoon. As, of course, I'm keeping an eye on that Notre Dame Pitt game. And right now, it's Pitt leading 7-3 with 1:51 to go in the second quarter. So Notre Dame a little slow out of the gate against Pitt, and I was a little bit worried about that. We'll talk about some SEC football and other games in the top 25 going on this afternoon. 7-0 is your score right now. 6:37 to play here, and that's got to be a false start. On the defense, it looked like the center just stood up and snapped it. So we'll see what the referees talk amongst themselves about here. And if that's going to be the case, then that's going to be a tough call against Delta. Delta's had some tough breaks. Actually, this may be going against the Indians here, as they're going to step this off against ICC. So the referees taking a long time to talk about this. We saw that a couple of weeks ago. Offsides on the defense is going to be the call. So they're going to say the Indians moving up front is what caused Delta to jump. And so a tough break there for ICC. And now to be a 1st down and 5 situation here for the Trojans. 6:37 to go here in the first quarter. ICC with a 7-0 lead. Homecoming at Mississippi Delta. ICC trying to play spoiler for homecoming for a second year in a row. And the Indians jump again. Free play here as this ball is going to be over the top and it's going to be intercepted by ICC. But the flag is down, so that will negate the turnover, as that was number 18 back for the interception. Cortez Davis went up, climbed the ladder, but unfortunate for ICC, another mental mistake. And this will void the turnover and give the 1st down for the Indians after the Indians were caught off sides. Not a bad decision that time by the Delta quarterback, just to go big and see if he might be able to catch a home run ball.
Absolutely. Anytime you get a free play like that, you got to go for it. The Indians just looking a little bit jumpy up front. Some of that from the last drives carrying over. They're trying to get in that backfield quickly.
Here's probably the biggest score of the day. A final score: Tennessee upsets Auburn 30-24. Florida defeats Vanderbilt 37-27. Ohio State wins 30-14. And South Florida defeats Tulsa 25-24. It's going to be a pitch to the outside. A lot of running room here for the Trojans. Gets out across the 50-yard line. And that's going to be a big-time gain of about 20 for the Trojans. And that's what it's going to be as they spot the ball at the 50-yard line. Great play that time by the Trojans. Picked up some yards in a chunk there and moved the chains once again. So the Indians, boy, they do not want to let that offsides that removed the interception kind of haunt them on this drive here. They lead at 7-0, 6:09 and counting to go here in the first quarter. 1st down and 10. Delta looking to pass. Ball is tipped up in the air. It's a dead ball. The referees need to blow the whistle. There they go. They finally blow it now. See if we can see who may have batted that one down. No, I did not.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either. There's a whole gaggle of linemen in there.
Yeah, so good job by ICC. You're taught if you can't get to that quarterback, just get those big paws up in the air, see if you can bat it down, and that's what ICC did there. Pass falls incomplete. Be a 2nd down and 10 situation now. 6:01 to go in the first quarter. ICC leading 7-0. We'll talk about some of the schedule changes in soccer with the ICC Spotlight being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi as this game progresses. Low snap, handoff to the running back in the backfield, tripped up, and the Indians are there, as that looks like that was number 34. That is going to be Jones, and also finishing him off is going to be Parker for the Indians. Gain of 1 on the play. Well, ICC was scheduled to play Pearl River in soccer on Mondays. Those matches have been canceled. The Indians, the men's soccer team, was scheduled to play Bethel, but due to some of the Bethel's scheduling that they play across the country being affected by the hurricane that moved through the area, that match has been canceled as well. So the next match for soccer will be Thursday at home as ICC, the Lady Indians, will host Pearl River in the opening round of the Macjc state playoffs. 3rd down and 9. Snap back. Pressure coming from the Indians. Quarterback avoids it, now tosses it forward. And this is going to break for a big play here. It's got a lot of room to run. And what a hustle play that time by Parker. Parker, the linebacker, was about 5 yards behind the play after the nice decision by the quarterback to dump it off the last second. Hustled back down, got to the tight end, and saved the touchdown. But another big game there for the Trojans. And now Delta in business with 5:03 to go here in the first quarter as they're inside the 15-yard line.
There was just a little bit of an underhanded shovel pass there. Not a traditional pass, but worked out well for them.
So now it'll be 1st and 10 here. The ball is just across the 15. Let's go ahead and call it the 14-yard line for the Trojans, where they'll have it here. It's going to be a handoff. Trying to get to that outside corner. Great block downfield by the wide receivers. And that's going to move the ball inside the 5 down to about the 2. And I tell you what, CJ, that was all the wide receivers doing their job blocking downfield.
Absolutely, and they have been blocking well all day. Trying to tell what number that is.
Yeah,
hard to read.
Yeah, we can't pick up these numbers.
I think it's 3, McCoy, 6'3", 210. Rather large wide receiver.
And so now it's going to be a 1st and goal situation here for the Trojans, trying to tie this one up. 4:23 and counting to go here in the first quarter. ICC leading 7-0. A couple of big plays for the Trojans have got them knocking on the door here. Awaiting the snap. Hand off to the long running back, and he's going to bully his way in the end zone for a touchdown. So the Trojans answer with a 2-yard touchdown run, 4:07 to play. And they're still on the field celebrating right now. As I seriously cannot see the number of that young man.
17?
17 was the one that scored the touchdown there. So a 2-yard touchdown run.
That is Patrick Jackson.
So Patrick Jackson scores on the 2-yard run, waiting to kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We're tied at 7 with 4:07 to play here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 7-7 is your score after that 2-yard touchdown run by Delta. ICC helped them out with a couple of penalties early on the drive. That it was a 20-yard run, and I want to say probably about a 35 to 40-yard pass reception that swung the field position. And now we got another First American National Bank kickoff here for Delta. The kick is going to be a driving kick deep back, and it's going to be taken at about the 3-yard line by the Indians. Trying to get upfield, and the Trojans, another great coverage as the Indians only were able to bring that one back out to the 20-yard line, as that was number 17, Slavante Oliver, on the return. ICC has been one of the top teams in the country on kickoffs, as they were averaging at one point right around 25 yards a kick return. Apparently that has went down because teams have stopped kicking to the Indians over the past couple of weeks. So either way it goes, ICC will have it now. 1st down and 10. 7-7 is your score. 4 minutes to play here in the contest. ICC looks like they're in that wild Apache set, as that may be Quay Tucker in the backfield. Tucker going to fake it to Watkins, and Tucker is going to be tripped up, and it's going to be a gain of maybe 1 on the play that time by Quay Tucker. I tell you what, teams have done a lot better job adjusting to that wild Apache.
Yeah, it's definitely not what it once was. Defensive have learned it and sniffing out pretty good now.
Clark Mills enters back in at quarterback. Deshaun Dinkins is your running back. Looks like we're going to have 2 receivers near side and 1 on the far side. Mills getting set to pass. And it's nearly picked off again. How is that not pass interference?
Yeah, I think he got there before the ball did that time.
Yeah, and they've consistently not called that today. So if you're going to be a wide receiver on those quick routes, you've got to man up and try to find a way to pull those in, as Delta teeing off on the receivers before the ball gets there. We've seen that 2 or 3 times already this afternoon. So 3rd down and 9, possession down here for the Indians. Mills, your quarterback. He's going to get the play call from the opposite side of the field. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dinkins in the backfield here for ICC. Mills awaiting the snap. Gets it. Surveying the field. Now looks over the middle. The pass is complete. Spinning off 1, and it's going to be hit and dropped. But that is going to pick up the 1st down for the Indians. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay, as that was number 3, McLeod, who makes the catch, spun off 1 tackle, and was able to pick up about 12 on the play to move the chains And ICC with a fresh set of downs. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Bubble screen and in and out of the hands of Watkins that time. And CJ, I think he heard footsteps coming.
Yeah, he was definitely not looking at the ball there. He was looking upfield.
Yeah, there was a guy that was about twice his size that was closing in on him on a hurry that time. So the drop, and it brings up second down and 10. So two running backs now in the backfield, Waddington and Dinkins. Two receivers on the near side. Jamel Thomas is the closest one to us. Watkins out there as well. This is going to be Waddington on the carry. Finds a seam now, lowers his head and dives forward for the first down. Good job that time by Hiram Waddington. Picks up a lot of yardage on the carry there.
Yeah, you give him just a tiny hole, and he's going to bust that for 10 yards.
Looks like that game's going to be good for 13. 2:51 to play here. 7-7 is your score. Mills looking to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Goes over the top. Got Thomas just too far. And
there's the flag.
Yeah, I'm going to say a late flag coming in. He actually threw the beanbag at first. And that's what's going to draw the oohs and ahs out of the Delta fans. But, yeah, they reached up and grabbed Jamel Thomas on that pass downfield. And I'll tell you what, this day and age, with that not being a spot foul, that's not a bad decision if you get beat on a route just to reach out and grab the guy and just keep it to 15 yards.
15 versus a touchdown. You'll take the 15 any day.
So the referees are going to talk this one over. The flag is down at about the 24-yard line. And that is going to be the case. Pass interference on the Trojans.
I think he actually called it a hold.
Oh, they're going to call it a holding. Okay. So holding, so it will only be a 10-yard variety, but it does still net the first down for the Indians. So a first down and 10, 2:39 to play here. 7-7 is your score between ICC and Mississippi Delta. Of course, this is a big game for the Indians, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive with a win this afternoon. Mills is your quarterback. Three receivers now on the far side of the field. Thomas by himself here at the bottom. Oh, went to the wrong one. That time they did a great job with the play fake, and they went to McLeod. But McLeod, he was open. A great play defensively by Delta to break that one up. But I tell you what, Austin Watkins was camping out. The only thing that would have kept him from not running that one into the end zone would be a gopher that popped up to trip him up that time. So just a tough break there for the Indians. As just a wrong read on the part of Mills that time.
Yeah, that ball was just a little underthrown. If it had been a little bit higher, that would have been an easy 6.
So second down and 10. 2:34 with the clock stopped on the incompletion. Two receivers near side. Two running backs in the backfield now. Mills is your quarterback. One receiver on the far side. That is Bradford. Mills gets the snap off with a second left. Now the give is going to be to Waddington. Waddington just bullying his way forward. And that was one of the hardest 3-yard runs that you've seen in quite a while, as he just kind of pinballed off with some players.
Well, he's down too.
And now Hiram Waddington is slow to get up, so hopefully he will be okay. Injury timeout on the field. We're going to take it with him. We'll be back with more right after this. 7-7 ICC and Delta with 2:17 to play here in the first quarter.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
And welcome back as Hiram Waddington able to walk off the field on his own power. A good sign there for the Indians. Maybe just got the breath knocked out of him. So it'll be a third down. Let's call it 3rd down and 7. And flags flying all over the place. This is going to be offsides, I believe, on Delta, and that's going to help out the Indians, bring up a 3rd down and short situation versus that 3rd down and 7. So we'll see what the referees call. Yes, that is going to be the case. So mark it up 5 yards here, and a lot more options you can do in a third down and short.
Absolutely. Opens up your playbook.
So now it's going to be a third down and 2. 2:10 and counting.
Both defenses are just real jumpy today. Everybody's jumping on sides.
Yeah, everybody trying to be aggressive out there. So third down and 2. And the give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins up the middle. He has the first down and is going to get across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. So a nice carry that time by Deshaun Dinkins to be able to move the chains and keep this drive alive here for the Indians. Inside 2 minutes to play now. Indians hurrying up that offense. 7-7 is your score. 1:50 to go. Mills looking to throw. Plenty of time. Lobs it over the top, and what was Austin Watkins doing that time? Almost was anticipating that pass being picked off.
Got a flag down behind the play, too.
And there is a flag down, so hold everything. But, yeah, Watkins almost like he just did not expect the ball to come his way that time. And so we're going to see, apparently this is going to go against Delta. Roughing the passer is going to be the call here, so that's going to march the ball up a little bit more, and it's going to give the Indians another first down. And so now the ball is going to be out to about the 13-yard line, so the Indians got a chance to build on this 7-7 lead here with 1:43 to go here in the first quarter. Adam Gore, C.J. Adams filling in for Mr. Jim Ingram, who is out on an adventure today. We're in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth here on the campus of Mississippi Delta Community College. Give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to weave his way up the middle, bouncing off one tackle inside the 10, and is going to be drugged down at about the 9-yard line. So a nice, strong run that time by Deshaun Dinkins.
Yeah, great effort there. He was hit right at the line, just powered through.
Let's call it 2nd down and 6 situation here for the Indians. 1:20 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-7 is your score. We do want to remind you, ICC pretty much just got off the bus, had enough time to get dressed and get on the field after running into some travel issues on the way down here. So ICC trying to shake that off. Dinkins trying to get to the outside, use his stiff arm. Now he's going to try to use his speed. Bullies his way forward. Does he get in? Yes, he does. No, they're going to say he was down to 1. Well, the ball came free as he stretched it across, but his knee was down. So the ball is going to be at the 1-yard line for Dinkins. So back-to-back strong runs there for Deshaun Dinkins. Moves the chains for a first down, and it's going to be a 1st and goal here from the Indians from the 1-yard line. ICC, still has plenty of time to get the play off with 50 seconds.
That was a great block there by Watkins, number 10, that opened that play up.
So the Indians to the line of scrimmage now. Mills with Dinkins in the backfield, and Dinkins is going to get it now, cuts it right back up the middle, and is he going to be able to go forward for the touchdown? No, he's not. Boy, I tell you what, when it comes to short situations, that offensive line is not getting it done.
They're not. We're really struggling on any short yardage situation. Seems like the higher the down, the tougher it is.
Yeah. So it looks like the Indians, as if they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage here in a hurry. Just got to challenge your offensive line here. Find a way to win the battle. Put us in the end zone. 8 seconds. ICC hands it off to Dinkins one more time. No, he's actually going to lose yardage.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to end the first quarter of play. 7-7 is your score. We're going to take a break. They come back with the second quarter here from Mississippi Delta right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, Your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter of play. 7-7 is your score. ICC's had it twice already from inside the one. They've lost yardage on the previous play. Now they go to that wild Apache.
He got it.
And that's going to be in there for a touchdown.
Some good blocking there.
Yeah, that time that offensive line came up, and it looks like we may have a little extracurricular activity going on after the play. The referees quickly get in and sort that one out. So that was a 2-yard touchdown run that time. I believe that was Wadlington that came in after being injured. So good to see Wadlington come back into the contest. So awaiting this extra point attempt here from Comer. So 14:56 to go here, and ICC strikes quickly in the second quarter. Comer gets the snap. The kick is up. There was pressure, but the kick is good. So ICC leads it now 14-7. We just took it out of the break, so we'll keep it here. And CJ, kind of give me your thoughts on the first quarter and what you've seen so far out of the Indians.
Obviously, I think they wanted to come out a little bit stronger than that. I don't know how much the bus situation caused that, but 7-7 still coming into the second quarter, leading off the second with a touchdown. Still like your situation.
So we'll get set for another First American National Bank kickoff here from the Indians. They lead at 14-7 with 14:56 to go here in the second quarter. Adam Gore, CJ Adams filling in for Mr. Jim Ingram. Also got Lee Adams, Raphael Henry on the sidelines, and Bronson Payne up top, running the camera for the live stream here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We do want to welcome those listening on a Tuesday night on ESPN 95.1 The Fan for the replay of this one. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know you're listening at Let'sGoICC or also at ESPN 951 The Fan. So this First American National Bank kickoff is going to be angled towards the sideline, taken at the 10. It's actually fumbled. Still on the turf. Picks it up at about the 15-yard line. And going to get up across the middle. Now is spinning off some tackles, and he's going to be hit and dropped. And that right there was Cortez Davis, who may have made a touchdown-saving tackle that time. And CJ, you see that so many times after the ball's kind of bobbled around, the defense over-pursues, and if you can slip one or two tackles, you can get it for a big return.
Yeah, you get your eye locked on that ball and forget what you're doing out there. We still had our kicker back there. He's made a couple great tackles this year, so we still had another line of defense back there.
Yeah, Cortez Davis doing his best Goldberg impression with that spear that time. So it's going to be a first down and 10 here for the Trojans. The ball is going to be at the 32-yard line. 14-7, ICC with the lead with 14:47 to go. Low snap. Is able to dig it up off the ground. Quarterback is hit as he released, but the pass is complete at about the 41-yard line. So a great job, one, to pick the snap up off the ground, and then two, complete the pass with pressure in his face.
And that wasn't horrible defense right there either. That was a great route by 3. McCoy.
Yeah, Marquise McCoy, a 6'3", 210-pound sophomore wide receiver going out and making the play there. Pickup of 9 on the play brings up a second down and 1 now here for the Trojans. 14:40 to play until halftime. Awaiting the snap out of the shotgun. Now man in motion. That's going to be the tight end switching side of the field. Another bad snap, and this time the quarterback keeps it in, and no gain on the play. Well, a good read that time by the quarterback, and because if he would have let that one go in the backfield, it would have been a loss for about 4 on the play. So a good job by the Indians to stack up the quarterback. 3rd down and 1 now.
Yeah, good defense all around that time. They had both options covered.
And so decision-making time now here for Delta. One thing you want to do is keep an eye out for the tight end in these situations, as Delta does a good job of finding their big tight ends. As Delta taking a whole lot of time getting the play from the line of scrimmage, breaks the huddle now with 9 seconds. Going to have to hurry. 3 seconds, and they do get the snap off. It's going to be a handoff to the long running back in the backfield. He's going to be hit and stacked up, and I don't know that he got it. It's going to be close. And I think they're going to give him the first down. Yes, they're going to be generous on that spot and move the chains. Thought they would at least come out and measure it, but they say first down without even looking at it.
Yeah, I think that
the ball
should have had
they should have had a measurement on that one, because the play started at the 32-yard line. The ball is just shy of the nose of the football. Yeah, that could have been one that could have been measured in that situation, but the referee said, close enough. So 13:22 to play here until halftime. First down and 10 here for the Trojans. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. They do have a tight end in the backfield. Plenty of time. Pressure coming for the Indians. Pass over the middle, and it's going to be
intercepted.
Intercepted by the Indians, and ICC trying to return this one downfield, and a big-time play there, and a shove out of bounds. You could almost tack on some more, and they will. And an interception that time by the Indians. That was Kenneth Martin coming up and making the play. And then just kind of a bonehead mistake at the end of the play, the frustration shove after it was all said and done. Great job by Martin just to read that one. You'll see the late shove coming up here by the offensive lineman, and that's going to tack on some more there. And so the Indians now are going to get really good field position with the additional 15 on the play. That's just one thing you can't do anymore. About 5 years ago, you may have got away with that in football, but with all the focus on protecting the players now, which rightfully so,
right?
You're going to get those type of flags all the time. So that one,
you got to be smart enough just to not make that hit.
So now the ball is going to be moved to the 14-yard line. We're going to be a first down and 10 situation here for the Indians. 13:05 to go until halftime. 14-7. ICC with the lead here at Delta. ICC with a pair of running backs in the backfield. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. 1 here on the near side. The referees are getting the chain situated like it got tangled up on the far side of the field, so they're getting that situated. Now put the ball in play. Clark Mills, still your quarterback. Mills gets the snap. Going to give to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to get to the outside corner and not going to. Oh, no, the stiff arm now turns it upfield. He dives as he get in. Waiting for it. Touchdown, Indians.
Great play there by 4.
What a play that time by Deshaun Dinkins. The extra effort leaping into the end zone. Take a look at this on the Little Caesars instant replay. Dinkins uses a great stiff arm right here off the corner to get the corner, then leaps in from about 4 yards out. Referee looked back, said did not step out of bounds, signal touchdown, and ICC now takes a 20-7 lead. 12:56 to play here. Awaiting the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. ICC leads at 21-7. 12:56 to go here until halftime. We're going to take the break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, it's a disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers. Layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back out of the timeout. That touchdown run by Deshaun Dinkins makes it 21-7. ICC with 12:56 to go here in the second quarter. Adam Gore, CJ Adams here in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth, getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff from Caleb Comer. Comer's going to step into this one, angle it towards the sideline. It's going to be caught at about the 9-yard line by Delta. Going to try to set up the wall on the far side of the field. And shoots one man out of his shoes. And another big return there, and that could be a flag on the Indians after the toss down.
I don't see one.
Don't see one, though, and the Delta fans breaking out the Boo Birds. And the Delta coach, Coach Tatum, wasting no time to get down there in the referee's ears. So a break there for the Indians. That's not going to be another 15 yards tacked on to the end of that one. But a big-time return there out to about the 47-yard line. And Delta with a big return.
There was a borderline block in the back there on that return as well. So I think both teams are fortunate not to see a yellow flag come out there.
We'll take a look at some of these scores throughout the SEC at the next opportunity. This scoreboard update will be brought to you by Renaissance Bank. So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Trojans. The ball is at the positive side of the 50 at the 47-yard line. And once again, that slow snap. The pass is out and complete. Trying to set up a little baby bubble screen. And a good job that time hanging on B.J. Williams on the tackle after a minimum gain of about 5 on the play. Let's take a look at some scores throughout the SEC. Texas A&M leading South Carolina 3-0. That's at the end of the first quarter. With 14:40 to go in the second, LSU leading Georgia 3-0. Some final scores this afternoon. Florida defeating Vanderbilt 37-27. And Tennessee picks up a big win over Auburn 30-24. And at halftime, Notre Dame trailing Pitt 7-6. Second down and 5 to go here. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle, spins up forward, and it's going to be hit and dropped. And that, wow, what a second effort. And the ball came free. ICC comes up with it, but I want to say he was down on the play. But they're going to give him the 39-yard line, as that was Ataris Moore coming up and saying, well, if he's down, how did I get the football?
He's still pleading his case out there.
So third down and 2. Referees will spot the ball at the 39-yard line. ICC, let's call it a third down and long 2 here. So ICC's defense needs to find a way to get off the field here. ICC leading at 21-7 with 11:33 to go here until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned. We'll have our Player of the Week interview with Clark Mills as well as Grace Joyce for women's soccer, and also as there's some movement on the wide receiver and I think also of offensive lineman. So it's going to bring a third down false start on the offense. So it's going to bring a third down and long situation now. We'll also take a behind-the-scenes look at the homecoming meeting with the homecoming queens and talk to our 2018 homecoming queen as well, part of the Little Caesars halftime report here from Moorhead.
These penalties are just killing Delta right now.
Yeah, they've got them in untimely situations throughout the afternoon. Now, we did see something unique that we have never seen before in the game of football.
Right.
A crop duster with a flyover during the national anthem. Twice,
yes.
So third down and long here for the Trojans. Pressure coming off the corner. Oh, a lot of room to run here, and he's going to pick up the first down and then some. Great decision that time by the quarterback. As another Indian is down on the field, as that was McAfee on the carry. Good, quick decision to tuck the ball and run. Shaking up on the play for the Indians is Rico Pickens, but he's able to get off on his own power. And we'll head to the sideline. So a big-time decision there for McAfee to tuck that one and run and pick up the first down and then some and move the chains.
It's a huge run on third and long.
So now it's going to be a first down and 10. The ball is going to be right around the 33. Yes, it's going to be the 33-yard line for the Trojans. ICC leading at 21-7, 10:42 and counting here in the second quarter. Back to pass, plenty of time to throw, but then there's the Indians. A sonic sack for ICC. Drops him right at about the 40-yard line, as it was a tribe of Indians meeting up in the backfield for that sack. And it looks like it's going to be credited, though, to number 23 for the Indians, starting at Nick Smith coming in and making the play. So now it's going to be a second down, and let's call it 17 for the Trojans. Indians defense have played big at times today. Need to come up with another big stop here. Second down and 17. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. 1 receiver has been their go-to guy, McCoy, in these situations. Instead, the slant route, the ball is batted down. As I believe that was number 23 for the Indians. Yes, it was the linebacker, Nick Smith, who just got the sack. Gets credit with the pass break up there. And so now it's going to be a third down and 17. What a great play by Smith. As he was coming in on the blitz, just had the wherewithal to get that hand up and bat it down. So the ball is going to be at the 40-yard line. Third down and 17. 9:56 with the clock stopped on the incompletion. Can the ICC defense come up with a big stop here? Delta just had a big conversion on third down and long. So there's the snap. A little bubble screen to the outside, and the Indians read it well.
The ball's out.
Ball's free.
Oh, we got it.
And we're going to see who has it here. And the referee is going to sort this one out. It is ICC football. Good call, CJ. As ICC was number 46. 46 coming up with the recovery.
Don't have a 46.
Don't have a 46, so that means that is the young man who had his jersey
ripped.
And that is going to be, Kerry McKenzie, I believe, that came up with the recovery. And so a big-time turnover there. Hey, listen, real quick, want to give a shout-out, extend our thoughts and prayers to Miss Melinda, the President Dr. Jay Allen's wife. Found out this morning that she had lost her mother, and they are watching back home, or Dr. Allen's watching back home. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with Miss Belinda as there's a flag down. So, Miss Belinda, Dr. Allen, the rest of the family, you're in our thoughts and prayers. And ICC family, we do hope that you would extend those thoughts and prayers as well. As false starts on the Indians, we'll back them up here. And kind of a humble moment there. And so the Indians trying to play a little. Maybe we can give Miss Belinda with a smile with a win today.
Yeah, it's always a tough situation, and you don't want to ever see that for anybody, but especially one of our own. So maybe the Indians can rally here for her.
So it'll be a first down and 15. Mills in at quarterback, and he is going to be hit as he released, and he was slumped to the turf and a little slow getting up is Mills. So it'll be a second down and 15 situation. So the Indians, as we talked about, a very unique situation. They came to the field pretty much about 1:45. Kickoff was at 2:30, so they got here about 1:30 after the bus had broke down on the way here. And so pretty much did not go through their warm-ups at all, got taped and got on the field. So second down and 15. The ball is at the 31-yard line. Mills dropping back to pass. Sets up the screen play, and ball is going to be batted down. I almost said bobbled, but batted. As that time it was Hiram Waddington that went back, and probably would have been better if he would have just come up and slapped that one down, as the screenplay was read nicely by the linebacker core of Delta.
The Indians are fortunate that ball hit the ground, so it got picked off.
So it'll be a third down and 15. Ball at the 31-yard line. ICC with the conversion down here. They lead 21-7. Mills going to look to the sideline. Two receivers on both sides of the ball here. And Waddington in the backfield with Mills. Delta showing pressure all over the place. Now they fall out of it. Mills, plenty of time to throw. Zips it out. That's going to be Thomas. Thomas puts his hand down, breaks one tackle. And just a slip tackle away from picking up the first down, maybe even the touchdown there. So a big-time pickup of about 14 on third down. So now it's going to be decision-making time here for the Indians. Are they going to roll the dice early?
I think they're going to punt it.
And they're going to let to not roll the dice here. Would have been a gutsy call, but now instead they're going to send out the punter in this situation on for a Little Caesars punt. It is going to be number 48, Hayden Franklin. So credit Delta's defense after Indians got a false start. Was able to pin their ears back and force the Indians into what appears to be a punting situation. They are going to snap it back. The kick is not going to be a good one. A high kick, and it's going to take a Delta roll. And Delta actually picked it up and tried to pick up an extra positive yard there. Gutsy play by Delta. That if you reach up and grab it and drop it, that's going to be ICC football. There's nothing but red shirts around it. So not a good punt that time. Less than 30 yards on the kick. And so now it's going to be a 1st and 10 situation with the ball at the 34-yard line. We're here at Jim Randall Stadium, not to be mistaken with Camp Randall out of Wisconsin. I think that's where College Game Day, during the Michigan-Wisconsin game. 1st down and 10. Delta with it.
Very few empty seats here today on either side.
Good crowd making the trip, as it's going to be a handoff in the backfield, knifing its way through, and it's going to be drugged down after a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 on the play that time for Delta. As we mentioned, we try to bring you the Delta's players' names as much as possible. With the red on the dark gray, it's not easy to do, as that is going to be Patrick Jackson, I believe, the running back on the carry, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and a 6 situation here for the Trojans. 8:22 to go until halftime. We invite you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report. CJ, be thinking about your first half analysis, as we'll go into that and the conclusion of the first half. Indians bring in pressure. Quarterback just zips it out to get rid of it that time. Smart decision that time by the quarterback, McAfee, to throw that one out of bounds, because if he would have completed that pass, it still would have gone for a loss of about 2 on the play. So a good blitz call off the corner.
Yeah, good pressure there by 25, Dalton Combs. He had him by the shoestrings there, just couldn't bring him down.
So it's to be a 3rd down and a 6 situation here. Got to get the ball across the 39-yard line, almost a little bit closer to the 40 than the 39 to be able to pick up the 1st down. So Delta will break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers near side. There is a tight end also near side. Quarterback's going to roll out. Pressure coming. And the pass is caught. What a job that time.
Great catch.
As that was number 3, McCoy. He's their go-to guy as he just leapt up in the air as the pass was only where he could get it.
He was able to get that foot down just inside the line.
So a big-time pickup there as it moves the chains here for a first down for the Trojans. So a gutsy play call and a great pass there. And that was their only option on that play as well. So they actually used the other receivers as a blocking situation. So first down and 10, the ball is at the 46. Low snap, now bobbled by the quarterback. Pressure coming, the Indians hit him, stack him up, and hit him for a loss.
There have been a couple of really low snaps, and that one just come back and bit them.
Yeah, you'll take a look at the Little Caesar instant replay. It actually bounced back to the quarterback, and then ICC just had a meeting in the backfield for that Little Caesars, or excuse me, that Sonic sack, and a big loss on about 6 on the play, so to bring up second down and 16 with 7:11 to go until halftime. ICC leading it 21-7 over Mississippi Delta. So the Trojans in the huddle. They break the huddle with 15 seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers coming to the near side, 1 on the far side of the field. That is McCoy. Marquise McCoy has been the go-to guy so far tonight. Another low snap. The quarterback picks up off the field, and there's the Indians again in the backfield with back-to-back Sonic sacks.
It's Rico Pickens, number 33, that got there first. Joined by a couple others there quickly after.
Yeah, Cortavius Ivy in the backfield, Rico Pickens along with number 35, Jaya Langford. And third down and halfway back to, I'm trying to figure out where we are. Let's call it halfway to the river. Third down and 24. Here for Delta, so ICC needs to pin their ears back here. Not very many plays in your playbook for third and 24, but we've seen Delta. They have been very efficient on third down today.
Got to watch for that quarterback to run it too.
And this time they're just going to hand it off, and boom, what a hit on the corner. Just couldn't wrap him up, spinning, and fights forward out across the 35-yard line. Big time hit there, and a lot of running for little gain that time, and it's going to break a fourth down and long situation here. 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go until halftime. ICC with a 21-7 lead here over the Trojans of Mississippi Delta on homecoming here in Moorhead. So a punting situation here for the Trojans. And it's going to be Austin Watkins back to receive this Little Caesars punt. Snaps a good one. Pressure coming from the Indians. Couldn't get to it. Watkins is going to let it hit and roll. Smart play that time by Austin Watkins as there was a lot of gray shirts flying downfield. And he just let that one roll. Didn't take much of a roll after it hit, so the ball is going to be down at the 25-yard line. So the Indians will take over first and 10 with 5:12 to go here until halftime. They lead 21-7. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call or stop by see him there on South Adams Street in Fulton. So ICC coming off the sideline with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Deshaun Dinkins in the backfield with the quarterback, Clark Mills. So first down and 10 here for the Indians. They lead 21-7. 5:12 to play. Play action. Want to set up a little bubble screen to Jamel Thomas. Thomas making his way through traffic, still on his feet, spins, and so he hit and dropped after a gain of about 8 on the play. Good job that time by Jamel Thomas. Looked like that was only going to be a minimum gain of about maybe 2. Was able to stretch that one out for a gain of 9. Second down and a long one here for the Indians.
You know, we haven't mentioned Jamel much, but he has had a great season so far.
Yeah, he's drawing a lot of attention from coaches on the next level, and this is going to be a little delay handoff. No, it's actually going to be Mills who's going to dump it off now, and it's going to be a first down and then some, weaving his way forward across the 40-yard line.
Oh, kind of tangled up over there.
Yeah, I would say player is down on the sideline, and hopefully nothing serious there as Delta coming up and kind of pushing and shoving after the play. Well, I mean, you can't say a whole lot to defend Delta in those situations. New running back into the contest now. This is going to be Keegan Huddleston coming into the game. Of course, everybody remembers Mississippi Delta, the villain of the first season of Last Chance U. Flag is down. That's holding.
Yep.
And that could be another flag down after the play, but they're not going to throw it. So, yeah, holding on the Indians is going to be the call here as they wrapped him up and tackled a guy coming off. Easily could have called roughing the passer on the tail end of the play.
But I don't know. He threw that ball right as the snap happened.
And so we're going to let the referee sort this one out. It's going to go against the Indians here. Now, if that's going to be from a spot foul, this could back them up big time. They're going to mark it off on the line of scrimmage. So holding on ICC, back them up 10 yards. So now the ball goes from the 41 to the 31-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 20 situation.
Yeah, that's right.
So 1st down and 20 is the situation here for ICC. Dakins back into the contest. Wadlington in the backfield. 2 running backs back there. 2 receivers near side. Now man in motion. That's going to be Wadlington. Looks that way. Now wants to set up the bubble screen. Too tall. Picked off by the Trojans. And a chance to run this one back here, and he will. Well, the Trojans just camped in the right spot at the right time.
I think they're going to mark him at touchdown.
They're going to say a touchdown.
Thought he might have knocked him out there at the 1.
So a touchdown for the Trojans on the interception return. And that return goes for about 36 yards. Not 100% sure who returned that one. So Delta, big-time defensive play with 4:03 to go here until halftime. ICC getting a late substitution on the field right now as Delta's going to try to attempt the extra point here. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a good one brewing here in Moorhead. A 36-yard interception return for the touchdown. And ICC clinging to a 21-14 lead here over Delta with 4:03 to play. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back. As soon as it looked like momentum was shifting the way of the Indians, Delta comes up with a big-time interception return for a touchdown to make it 21-14 with 4:03 to go here until halftime. The Indians need a big return here to see if they can get a little bit of that Lady Mo back on their side heading into halftime. But right now, it's been all Mississippi Delta over the last few possessions. So awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff here from the Trojans. And this is going to be a booming kick, and it's going to go into the end zone. It's actually going to be bobbled and down in the end zone. Well, I tell you what, if I'm Mississippi Delta, I don't make the argument that he caught that ball before going into the end zone.
Yeah, that was definitely close there.
It could have been a safety after bobbling the ball into the end zone, but Delta's not going to make that argument. And so now the ball is going to be down and come out to the 25-yard line. Hey, that was, or they're going to mark it back to the 20. So that was a really close situation there for the Indians. That's one of those, if you're ICC coaches, you just tell your guys, hey, if you're going to let it go, let it go.
That's right.
Don't put that into the decision of the referees. And now the referee is going to put it up to the 25 after he's walked back to the 20. So now we'll be spotted at the 25. We're going to be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Indians. ICC with a 21-14 lead over Mississippi Delta. 4:02 to go until halftime. Mills, your quarterback. And this time the give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to battle his way forward. And once again, that Delta defensive line is dominating the Indians' offensive line when it comes to the run game.
Yeah, we need some sort of spark here to get things going back the right way.
So a loss on the play there. So it'll be a 2nd down and a short 11 here. Mills, your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Dinkins still your running back here. 3:33 and counting until halftime. ICC leading 21-14. Mills zips it over the middle. He's got a man, and just off his fingertips that time, as that was Roderick McLeod. And I think McLeod kind of had a case of the alligator arms, seeing that defensive back coming across the middle. If he holds on to that one, that's a big gain there.
Yeah, you have to wonder how much those plays earlier in the game when they were hit as soon as the ball got there affected that.
And I think that is a perfect example of what you were talking about, as Delta was hitting the receivers as soon as the ball, if not before the ball got there. The Indians had an open pass just in and off the fingertips of McLeod. So now a 3rd down and 11 situation here for the Indians. Possession down, 3:26 to play until halftime. Clark Mills gets the snap. Plenty of time to throw. Looks downfield. Now decides to go to the short route. It's picked off again. And this one's going back to the house.
Wow.
Back-to-back pick 6 for the Trojans, as Mills just stared down the receiver that time. And that's going to be about a 27-yard touchdown return. And we're just an extra point away from a tied contest. 3:16 to go here until halftime. And Delta doing a lot like they did against Northeast. They took advantage of some turnovers, some block punts. The 2nd interception return for a touchdown this afternoon. And Delta not having enough guys on the field right now. A lot of celebrating going on. Getting someone a late substitution on the field. Plenty of time with 20 seconds on the play clock here. So 21-20, ICC clinging to the lead, but Lady Mo is decked out in gray and red this afternoon. Snapback's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Tie ball game, 21-21. 3:16 to go here until halftime. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Welcome back. After the play, I did not see it, but there was a personal foul on Mississippi Delta after the play. So this should back up Delta and give the Indians real good field position with the kickoff. But CJ, Indians got to do a better job protecting the football.
Absolutely. We've got to execute better on those short screen passes. And give Delta credit. They're sitting right there in the perfect spot, just waiting for them.
So now we're awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff. The ball is going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. Indians reeling, needing to get to halftime here. Delta has played outstanding over the last 8 to 10 minutes of this game. Have battled back to tie it up, 21-21. 3:16 to go here until halftime. Awaiting this First American National Bank kick from the Trojans. A driving kick, and it's going to be taken at about the 17-yard line by number 17 for the Indians. Trying to get to the outside, looking for some blocks. Doesn't get it. Great coverage downfield that time by the Trojans, as that was Oliver on the return. And I tell you what, a chance for a big return there. Just ICC not executing on their blocking assignments.
Delta is fired up right now. They've got that momentum, and they're going for the ball.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. And we've got a new quarterback in the game, Spencer Unruh, the sophomore out of Caledonia, coming into the contest here for the Indians. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 running backs, and 1 receiver on his own up top. That's Thomas. Give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to get around the corner, gets a block. Now he's going to lower his head and fights forward near the 45-yard line. Nice stretch play that time. Good job by Delta, though, using that sideline as an extra defender. And see where they spot the football. It could be up to about the 45. Yes, it is a big gain there. So to bring up a 2nd down and 8 situation here.
Some key blocks there by Wadlington that helped that play develop.
Spencer was the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year. Mills took over in the 3rd game of the year. So Unruh coming in and a chance here for the Indians. And the give in the backfield. He was hit in the backfield, but a great job by Deshaun Dinkins. Bouncing off the tackle. Should be enough, as the ball should have gotten out to about the 49-yard line. Instead,
that's a horrible spot.
Horrible spot. Well, Dinkins got up and walked back to where the ball was spotted, about 3 steps back from where the ball was spotted. And now the referees are going to say move the chain.
Yeah,
That's not
there we
a
go.
first down by any stretch of the imagination where the ball is spotted, but it was a bad spot on the carry, so justice prevails either way. So it'll be a first down and 10. Once again, this first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Stop by and see the former ICC All-American in football for all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, right there on South Adams Street. I know Joey's tuned in this afternoon checking out today's game. So first down and 10, 21-21 after a pair of pick six from Mississippi Delta, 2:08 to play until halftime. ICC trying to get into halftime. As we said, it's just kind of been a cluster of a day for the Indians from the start. Didn't get to the field with less than an hour before kickoff due to travel issues with the bus. Didn't get to go through their regular warm-ups before the game. Basically got here in enough time to get taped up, get dressed, and get ready. As
I'm not real sure what they're discussing down there
they're
right
trying
now.
to add time to the clock. Yes, they're going to add time to the clock. So it's now, instead of 2:08, it'll be 2:18 to play until halftime. First and 10 here for the Indians. Actually, maybe trying to, I don't know what the back judge is saying. They say play on now. So first down and 10. Unruh, the quarterback, gets the snap, looking back to throw, zips it over the middle, and threw it behind Austin Watkins that time, as Watkins was dragging across the middle. And now it's going to bring up a second down and 10. So CJ, the Indians got to find some rhythm, some identity on offense here. It's not been the passing game. The running game has been sparse at times thanks to that defensive front of Mississippi Delta.
Yeah, our offensive line has definitely got to step it up and open up some holes for these running backs or protect this quarterback.
So second down and 10. The give is going to be to Waddington trying to get to the outside corner. Now turns upfield. Going to try to cut back. Oh, nice cut move. But then is wrestled out of bounds across the way. So a gain of about maybe 5 on the play. Bring up a third down and long situation here for the Indians. Let's call it a gain of 6. So to bring a third down and a long 4, short 5 here for ICC. Indians going to bring in an extra receiver. Jalen Gale coming in here for ICC. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Deshaun Dinkins in the backfield with Spencer Unruh, who has come in at quarterback, this sophomore out of Caledonia. 21-21 is your score inside 2 minutes to go. Pass is out and it's complete. Jalen Gale, who came into the contest, reels that one in and will move the chains for the Indians. Nice route that time for Gale. Used that hard step to separate between the defender. Got to the outside, hauled it in for a gain of about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, and a good quick pass there by Unruh there.
So first down and 10 here for ICC at Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox. First down. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Deshaun Dinkins in the backfield for the Indians. Unruh still your quarterback. Drops back, now throws, unloads.
It's got him.
Has a man downfield.
Wow.
Thomas.
Out of bounds. Well, that
Unruh just.
I don't know if the wind got a hold of that ball or what, but it stayed up in there forever.
Yeah, it was not a good pass as that one sailed and kind of wobbled out of bounds that time as, man.
Had him wide open, too.
Wide open. Would have been a touchdown there. Just kind of a perfect summary of the first half
Yeah, it
for
is.
the Indians. As it has just been, it's been ugly.
Just can't get it clicking yet.
Yeah, so hopefully the Indians will be able to go in at halftime and come out with a much stronger second half.
Yes.
Second down and 10. 2 running backs in the backfield here for the Indians. Dinkins and Waddington. Waddington will get the handoff up the middle, trying to weave his way forward. He's going to be hit. Ball came free.
Goodness.
And it looks like Delta has it. And if it is, that's going to be the 3rd turnover on the 3rd straight possession. And that is the case. So the Trojans recover another turnover. 3 straight turnovers on the last 3 possessions for ICC with 1:28 to play. And now Delta has an opportunity to go into halftime with a lead after trailing at 1 point here in the second half, 21-7.
Yeah, you just got to protect the ball in that situation. Just a little over a minute left for halftime. Driving down the field, can't afford a turnover.
So ICC's defense is going to have to step up here and try to get to halftime and keep this thing tight, or maybe, heck, let's get a turnover of our own here, see if we can get it back. So Indians reeling offensively. The defense, much like all season, has been on the field quite a lot. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. He's going to be hitting the backfield, spins around, still loose, and ICC is going to hit him for a tackle for a loss on the play. As there is a good many of ICC players in the backfield. As that's going to be number 46 that came in and finished him off that time. Once again, that's going to be Kerry McKenzie, I believe. A player that had to have his number changed after having a jersey ripped. See if I can double check and make sure that's who that is. Yes, Kerry McKenzie wearing number 46 this afternoon, traditionally wearing number 40. So a tackle for a loss there brings up second down and 14, 45 seconds to go until halftime. Delta and ICC tied 21-21 after a pair of pick six from the Indians. Handoff is going to be to the running back in the backfield. He's going to be pinballed around and dropped after a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. We'll see if Delta might be trying to hurry back to the line of scrimmage to get off one more play. They did have a Hail Mary touchdown to beat Kahoma earlier this season. So this will be a 3rd down and 12 situation now here. It looks like Delta may be happy with going into halftime tied at 21.
Yeah, they have all their timeouts. I'm not sure what strategy they're running here.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to take this one to halftime. 21-21 is your score. My, oh my, how the tides have shifted in this one. Back-to-back pick six by Delta has tied us up at 21 as we move into the Little Caesars halftime report. CJ, give me your thoughts on the first half.
Sloppy comes to mind off the top of my head. A lot of mistakes. Nothing we can't overcome. Still in a decent shape, but definitely wanted to see a lot better offense come out of this first half.
Those first half thoughts being brought to you by the Bank of Oklahoma. John Harrod and Company, always a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan. We'll come back with Little Caesars halftime report as ICC and Delta tied 21 here at the break.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Oklahoma, and the ICC Alumni Association.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Oklahoma, and the ICC Alumni Association.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
It's a disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo. Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Clark, big honor for you, being named Macjc Offensive Player of the Week for your performance at Holmes. Just talk about what getting this honor means to you.
It means a lot, just feel like it's a huge honor to get that. It doesn't come by often, so it's just a privilege to get it. But thanks to my teammates around me, O-line giving me the time, and the receivers making plays after the catch, and the defense for getting us the ball. It's just a team effort and a big team win.
Yep, did a good job against Holmes. Threw the ball really well. Had some good plays by our receivers, and but just tested his hard work. And the offensive line being able to block for him to be able to get this award.
Well, Grace, a big honor for you being named Macjc Player of the Week. Just talk about this honor.
I'm really proud to receive this, and I'm really proud of my teammates for supporting me and everything that they do to help me be able to be in a spot to get something like this.
All right, David, another big honor for your program, Grace getting Player of the Week. Just talk about this honor for Grace.
Yeah, man, so extremely proud of her. She had a phenomenal week for us last week, and so 3 games in a week is a test for anybody, and the way she's stepping up as a freshman, starting to score some really big goals for us, some really big division matches. Just really excited for her and the opportunity that she's gotten this individual honor, because it really extenuates what we're doing as a team too, collectively. She wouldn't have been able to get that honor without the work of her teammates, and I know she's extremely thankful for that as well.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. My name is Jay Cartfield. I serve as the coordinator of student activities and I'm part of the homecoming committee. You met Amy and Maggie both at the interest meeting. Today we just wanted to go a little bit over the schedule for next week and what's expected. I'm going to meet individually with your escorts, just kind of talk about expectations there and the schedule with them. But a lot of the information we talk about today pertains to your escort. So it doesn't hurt to talk with them again about what those expectations are from you, because you know a lot more than I do, but I did want to let you know that I will talk with them individually just so they understand the expectations moving forward. You need to fill that out. We need that today before you leave, because that needs to go to Donna Thomas so she can then contact those newspapers with the picture that you gave today and that information. This information also will be used for the script.
My name is Anna Fairfield. My name is Maddie Pettigo. Laura Buskirk. I'm Katie Campbell. Carly Childers. Kansas King. Carolyn Soot. Armia Robinson. Jocelyn McGuire.
We want to make sure that we're there to support you. So if you're feeling down or you're feeling stressed, come to us and talk to us. We can only fix the situation if we know about it, okay? So be sure to communicate with us what's going on, if there are any issues, and we'll try to do our best to make sure that this is a smooth process for you, and it's going to be a great day next Thursday, okay?
Okay, you got it. You're the homecoming queen this year. It's a huge honor. Just talk about the whole process of running for it and being elected homecoming queen, how you feel?
Well, initially I was not going to run for homecoming queen, but my friends, they were like, you should do it. They supported me throughout it. My teachers supported me throughout it. So, I went for it. We campaigned for 2 weeks straight, and it was an honor to be able to campaign for homecoming queen. And I made some great friends through the process, and it really is an honor to serve as the 2018 homecoming queen. I am still shocked about it. It's a great feeling to know that I am going to be able to represent ICC. ICC really does mean a lot to me. I initially was going to go to Northeast. Rivals, right? But I chose ICC instead through the help of what I call my brother, D. Stigall. ICC means so much to me, to be able to serve here at ICC, be a part of different organizations, such as being an RA in Sheffield Hall, which is resident assistant. I serve as a diamond girl for the baseball team, and I also am part of the Future Educators Associations because I plan to be a teacher after I leave here from ICC. I've met some great lifetime friends who, most of them will end up being my bridesmaids in the wedding. And I have the best teachers ever. Literally, I love each and every one of them.
Okay, well, your time at ICC, you still got some time left, but as it comes to a close, what do you think that you'll look back on ICC and remember the most?
The memories and the family aspect. It feels like more like family here than anything. That's what I wanted when I was looking for a college to go to, and it really does feel like home.
Okay, one last thing here. Just imagine in your head, what do you think the night's going to be like when you walk on the field and you're officially crowned homecoming queen?
I might cry, honestly. I think I might cry.
All right, well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you on homecoming night.
Thank you.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your score here at halftime, ICC and Delta tied 21-21 as interesting close to the first half as Spark Mississippi Delta back in this one. C.J. Adams filling in for Mr. Jim Ingram, who is out on a snipe hunting adventure this afternoon. So we hope Mr. Jim is having a good time on that one as well. So C.J., real quick, give us some of that Sonic scoring updates.
Yeah, ICC led off the scoring with a 44-yard touchdown from Mills to Wadlington. After that, Mississippi Delta, they had a 17-yard touchdown run. And that did it for the first quarter. It's tied at 7 at the end of the first. Going into the second, Wadlington ran one from 2 yards out, made it 14-7. And then at 12:56 left in the first half, Dinkins had a touchdown run. And then soon after that, it kind of fell apart with the back-to-back pick sixes from Delta. And that leads us to the 21-21 halftime score.
Yeah, and tides really shifted there in the second half. ICC made a change at quarterback. Spencer Unruh came in and led the Indians downfield. But then that third straight turnover for the Indians with their last three possessions in the first half really came back on ICC. Now, of course, we're not making excuses for the Indians at all, but you got to think, CJ, the Indians having that trouble with the bus, not being able to get here about an hour until kickoff, not able to go through their pregame stretches, warm-ups. When you're out of rhythm, and it kind of showed on the offense on the first half.
Yeah, anytime you get out of that routine that you're so used to, it can cause effects like that. Yeah, there's been fumbles and interceptions on both sides, 3 apiece actually. 2 fumble recoveries for ICC, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery for Delta, and then the 2 pick 6 interceptions. Our ground game has been the bright spot with the 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 by Dinkins, 2 by Wadlington. But the missed pass opportunities that we've had have really hurt us. Of course, the interceptions are killer, but so many wide open receivers that the ball didn't get there or out of bounds, just didn't execute. And anytime you've got a shot for a touchdown, those can really, really hurt the momentum.
Absolutely. You're looking at some of the Little Caesars first half, instant replays from the first half. And a lot of it you're seeing is that defensive line is really causing havoc, winning the battle with that offensive line. They're having some time to throw, but for the most part, Mills in the first half and even the running backs, they've had to make an extra move or two to be able to get past that original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they have. And I'm sure Coach Cannon will address that at halftime. But I think some of those screen passes were the result of that, them getting through the line so quick, trying to get a quick out, and Delta was just in perfect position for those and capitalized. So maybe at halftime they can get this turned around.
Absolutely. Each team with 3 turnovers, but I guess you can say the key of the first half is two of those turnovers that ICC committed was turned into touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the defense hasn't played terrible at all. They've held them to 1 rushing touchdown, really just 1 drive downfield. It's just those back-to-back pick sixes that allowed them to tie the game up.
Absolutely. That's one thing that Coach Sean Cannon always talks about, being some of his Bank of Oklahoma keys to victory, is winning the turnover battle. And right now that's at 0 with 3 turnovers each, but Delta cashing in on 2 of those for touchdowns. We're taking a look at some more of those highlights here in the first half as we're about 4 minutes away from the start of the second half at Mississippi Delta. Your score 21-21, ICC and Delta tied here at halftime. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with the second half of action right here on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. When I was looking for a college back in the day, you know, I'm from Amory, Mississippi, just 30 minutes down the road, and I'm a homebody, and I had to commute, and I said, I need to go to a college that's not too far from home. And I heard of ICC. And once I stepped on campus, I knew this is the junior college I need to be at. I didn't think of another college. I said, this is it. When I stepped on campus, the atmosphere, it just was drawn to me, and I felt like this is where I belong. I belong here at Itawamba Community College, because at that moment, I knew this is the best junior college on the planet. This is where I need to be. This is where I was planted, and that's why I am what I am today, because of Itawamba Community College.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this. It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second half of play in the First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half. It would be the Indians kicking things off. They won the toss, elected to receive to start the contest. So Delta, who took every ounce of momentum into halftime, will get the ball to start the second half. And wow, LSU is up 16-0 over Georgia.
At half.
That's at halftime, and I was pulling for an LSU upset, but the only problem with that is I'm going to look and see. My Irish needed some help from somebody today. Well, they're not helping themselves. They're down 14-12 with 10:38 to go. That's against Pitt in South Bend. So, yeah, either way it goes, those are some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates as Delta will take the field. Delta will be in their gray uniforms, red helmets, red numerals, so extremely difficult to pick up this afternoon. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial. For ICC, they're in their all red jerseys, white numerals, blue helmet. They'll be moving left to right. So Comer getting set for this First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half, and it's going to be a deep kick fielded at about the 9-yard line. Make it to 8 is where Delta will have it. Breaks it across the middle, picks up a block, now trying to get to the outside. There's holding on the corner. No flag thrown, but the tackle was made shortly after that. So no harm, no foul there. And so now the ball will be shy of the 30 out to the 29-yard line is where Delta will have it, 1st and 10. Well, CJ, we'll see what the Indians talked about at halftime, some of those adjustments they may have made. Defensively, the Indians have played well today. It's just the difference in the game right now has been those 2 pick six for Mississippi Delta, and that's kind of the way Delta's been living lately, making some plays defensively, special teams, and that's why they're on a 2-game win streak right now.
Yeah, definitely a much improved ball club than what we're used to seeing, and they came to play today.
So Delta with the football to start the second half. The handoff is going to be to the running back in the backfield. Now cuts up the middle. He is going to be hit and tackled at about the 35-yard line. A big gain there on 1st down. Good for about 6. So it'll be a second down, and a long 4 here for the Trojans. Just now getting started here in the second half. The clock is stopped for some reason at 14:50 on the run play. Still not running.
I'm not sure.
So it's actually going to be a second down and 3 situation now. The clock is not running. And the pass is complete. That's going to be good for a 1st down. So after that exchange, only 1 second ran off the clock. So now the clock will stop. And now they're going to set it to run.
Winding it.
So basically, we got about 2 minutes of actual time, but about 45 seconds of free football. Now the clock is running, 4:35 and counting here in the third quarter. 21-21 is your score. ICC and Mississippi Delta. Indians.
Get back.
Jump, but I don't know if they were able to get
False
back
start.
in time, and they're going to call a false start on the Trojans, so this will back the Trojans up. And CJ, we saw that similar start to the contest for the Trojans, just a little too early on the gas that time. False starts backs them up.
Yeah, they've definitely had their fair share of penalties so far in this game. Usually at much worse times. First down, not so bad, but you don't ever want to see a flag come out against you.
So a first down and 15 situation. 4:15 and counting here in the third quarter. 21-21 is your score. Indians showing pressure off the corners. And it's going to hand off to the opposite side. The Indians are in the backfield. Stack him up and
Good
maybe
tackle.
hitting for a tackle for a loss on the play. Or they're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. Good job by that ICC defense to get physical, get back there, and stop him for no gain. So second down and 15 here as the ball will stay at the 35-yard line. 13:45 to play. Adam Gore, CJ Adams here in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth, coming to you from Moorhead, Mississippi. Raphael Henry, Lee Adams on the sideline. Raphael shooting highlights. You can see highlights on our YouTube channel by searching Let's Go ICC. Lee Adams taking photos for ICCimages.com. Play action. Pass coming. Quarterback flush. He's got a lot of room to run. And it's going to
ball's out.
free. And the Indians are going to
Easy
pick
recovery.
it up. ICC going to try to return this one downfield, and that's going to be fumble recovery and return that time by a Taurus Moore. Good job that time by the Indians defensively to get the ball back. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. That was just a great job coming in from behind to strip the football.
And that's exactly what we needed right now.
Or excuse me, that was actually on the hit. That was Nick Smith. Nick Smith has played extremely well today defensively. Taurus Moore scoops it up and returns it to the 30-yard line. CJ, you're right. That's exactly what the Indians needed to start the second half.
We need to just punch it in here and get that lead back.
Unruh is still your quarterback here. He came in the latter part of the second half to replace Clark Mills, who has thrown 2 pick-six this afternoon. 2 running backs in the backfield. Give is going to be to Wadlington. Wadlington spins, fights forward, and gets across the 25 down to about the 34-yard line. So a nice pickup there by Hiram Wadlington. Hit that circle button to get that extra yard.
Yeah, great spin there.
So second down, and let's call it 4 now here for ICC. Trying to retake the lead here. They led as much as 21-7, but Delta rallied back strongly as Dinkins is going to get the carry, and Dinkins is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He may be knocked back for a loss. Yes, he will be. I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed by that defensive front of Delta this afternoon. They have dominated the offensive line of ICC, a loss of about a half a yard.
Yeah, it's not even real close. The D linemen are just busting straight through.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 5 situation here for the Indians. 12:23 to go here in the third quarter. 21-21 is the score here at Mississippi Delta. Unruh will check now towards the sideline and get the play call. Spencer will go back to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds as he moves Dinkins to his right side. Now will drop back to pass. Spencer zips it across, finds Jamel Thomas for the completion, and he's going to be brought down about the 10-yard line. Nicely done that time by Unruh to Thomas as he just zips that one in a very small window. Moves the chain, sets up a 1st and goal here for ICC.
Quite a lick played there by the DB there, but fortunately he caught mostly his own player.
So a 1st and goal situation here, 11:49. And the pass is going to be out to
He's in there.
Thomas, and that's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown ICC.
That's exactly what we needed to start this second half.
Very good scoring drive there as it was a 10-yard touchdown pass to Jamel Thomas as you see it on your Little Caesars instant replay. Makes it 27-21 now. With 11:41 to go here in the third quarter. Awaiting this extra point from Caleb Comer. Snaps a little low, is able to get it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So ICC leads it now 28-21, 11:41 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back as we get set for another First American National Bank kickoff here from Caleb Comer. He's been very busy this afternoon. We'd love to see him be a whole lot more busy here in the second half. ICC leads at 28-21 after a 10-yard touchdown pass to Jamel Thomas for Spencer Unruh. That kick is going to be taken at the 9-yard line by Delta. Delta gets a big block up the middle. Now it's got one man to beat to the outside, trying to find the angle, cuts back over the middle, and is going to be drugged down as he crosses the 50-yard line. And I'll tell you what, that was all set up by a huge block up the middle that time by Delta. I tell you what, this Delta team right now, they are playing inspired football and playing much more physical and aggressive than the Indians. So it'll be a first down and 10 situation on another nice return here from the Trojans. They have had some pretty big returns throughout this entire contest. 11:31 to go here. ICC takes a 28-21 lead after the fourth turnover of the game for Delta. Been a very sloppy game for both teams offensively. 7 turnovers total. Pump fake over the middle. He's got a man and it's caught. For the Indians, bit on the fake. Nearly threw it behind him, but a nice play there. And I tell you what, Delta throwing caution to the wind. They're gunning for it here. That was Polk on the reception. Now, a couple of years ago, we had a ball game that got into the 50s that ICC was able to come back and win. So we're no stranger to the shootout here in the Delta. So Mississippi Delta quickly marching down the field, coming up on 11 minutes of play here. 28-21 ICC with the lead. Delta moving right to left on your radio dial. There's movement up front. We'll see if that's going to be on the Indians or if it will be on Delta. Yeah, they're going to call offside on the Indians. Yeah, he moved, and that's what they're going to say caused the movement on the offensive lineman. Tough break there for ICC. As it looked like movement was actually just as he started to move, but once he moved, as the player was in that neutral zone, it was offsides on ICC. So a free gift of 5 yards there for the Indians. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 17-yard line. We're to be first down and 5 here for the Trojans. Man in motion. That's the tight end now shifting to the right side of the field. Handoff is going to be the running back. He's going to be hit and tripped up at the line of scrimmage. That was number 23, Nick Smith. Boy, we have called his name a lot this afternoon for the Indians.
We have. He's always seems to show up at the right time.
So 28-21, 10-29 and counting. Indians clinging to this lead here over Delta. Second down and look like no gain on the play, so let's call it second down and 5. Trojans break the huddle, 15 seconds on the play clock, so no issue there. 2 in the backfield, a tight end there as well, and 1 receiver here at the bottom of your screen. And the handoff is going to be to the running back. He's going to be hit and stacked up and able to fight forward, though. Very impressive second effort just to get back to the original line of scrimmage, as that was hit back for a loss of about 3, but a great effort there to be able to get back. So it's going to bring up a third down and 5. We'll try to bring you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon. CJ, I see you got some few games pulled up there, so we'll talk about that after this next play. So third down and 5, possession down here. High snap, bobbled. Quarterback's going to have to try to hurry. Now it breaks up into the open field. He's got a lot of room to run. Has the first down, and then he's going to take it to the house for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Well, that time, the ball was bobbled. Was looking to throw. Nobody was there. Was able to use his speed. McAfee gets to the end zone for the touchdown on a 17-yard run. And now Delta right back to tie this thing up here. 17-yard touchdown run with 9:17 to go here. Awaiting the extra point. Snapback's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. That may be big later on in the contest, ICC hangs on to a 28-27 lead. 9:17 to go here in the third quarter. Let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors. Back with more right after this.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Reset after that timeout. A missed extra point makes it a 28-27 lead for ICC here over Mississippi Delta. 9:17 to play here. We'll take you to a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update after this First American National Bank kickoff here from the Trojans. Looks like we may have a shootout for the remainder of this one. So the Trojans getting set to kick this one off. They've done well today in special teams. Good on return and has limited the Indians on returns as well. So the First American National Bank kickoff is going to be a short one, and it's going to be taken at the 11 by the Indians. Trying to get to the outside corner, looking for a block. Gets one and gets across the 40, down near the 45-yard line. Nice return that time by Cortez Davis. And the Indians will set up shop in good field position. CJ, tell us about some of the scores going on in college football.
Well, your Notre Dame Fighting Irish just took the lead on a 30-plus yard touchdown. A&M's up on South Carolina 13-0 just starting the third. Of course, LSU up 16-0 on Georgia. Penn State's up 14-7 on Michigan State. And Oregon and Washington are tied at 17.5.
Nice. So that's the Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com. Spencer Unruh is your quarterback. 1st and 10. Gets the snap. Going to throw it out on a little bubble screen out to Jamel Thomas. Thomas weaving his way across the 50, and it's going to be ran out of bounds. Nice quick out pass that time, and Thomas takes it. We'll see where they mark the football. And they're going to say it's good for a first down, so a gain of 11 on the pass play that time. And ICC picking up the tempo a little bit here offensively.
Orange. Yellow clap.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 here. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Unruh, your quarterback. Once again, that short pass route. This is going to be Watkins who gets it across the field, and it's going to be close to another first down. And it's going to be an old school rugby scrum. And it looks like it's going to be good for the first down. They got the ball out to the 35, needed the 34 to move the chains.
Yeah, basically the same play right there.
And so now it'll be another set of fresh downs here being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey Cox right there on South Adams Street in Fulton. ICC leading at 28-27, 8.5 to play here in the third quarter. Indians quickly moving the ball down the field after a nice kickoff return. Got a man downfield, and it's going to be caught. Beautiful play that time as nearly picked it off as Delta gambled, but a great pass hauled in that time by Roderick McLeod.
Great diving catch there. Pinpoint accuracy there from the quarterback.
And it looks like we've got a player down as he gets to the other side of the field, and he might be down cramping right now. Hopefully that's that situation there. Injury time on the field. We're going to take it with them here from the few words from our sponsor, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, and be back with more right after this.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
Hey, my name is Aaron, and I'm in Asia Pacific University right now, which is in Beppu, Japan. Now, I never would have got here if I wasn't from ICC, which is the gateway to the world.
And welcome back out of the timeout. Good to see the young man from Mississippi Delta able to get up and walk off on his own power. Hopefully just a cramping situation, and judging by the way he's walking off the field right now, that is going to be the case. Luckily, not the temperatures we've had in the past few weeks, as that's going to be number 5 for Delta.
It's Boyd.
Antonio Boyd, the sophomore defensive back.
Yeah, the heat really shouldn't be playing a factor today. It's perfect football weather.
Ideal football weather, and hopefully an ideal day for the Indians to pick up a win. So Unruh, your quarterback. In the backfield with him is Hiram Wallington. There's 3 receivers on the far side of the field. And the Indians will have it first and goal from the 7-yard line. They lead it 28-27 with 8:11 to play here in the third quarter. Spencer in the shotgun, and it's going to give in the handoff up the middle. Oh, man. Hiram's going to be upset with himself there as he kind of tripped up the line of scrimmage, as he could have easily waltzed that one into the end zone, but a minimum pickup of about 2 on the play brings up second down, and actually they get gain of 1, so second down and 6 here for the Indians, trying to stick it in the end zone. 28-27 after a missed extra point by the Trojans. So ICC with it now. Second down and goal from the 6. Unruh, your quarterback, gets the snap. Handoff is up the middle. This is going to be Hiram Wallington. Good surge by that offensive line, and he's going to be hit and stopped as he crosses into the 5-yard line down to the 4. CJ, that's one thing we talked about in the first half whenever it came to short situations. That offensive line was kind of getting whooped up front. That time got a good surge.
Yeah, it looked a lot better that time. The last couple games, we've just been struggling on the short yardage situation. So it's good to see a little surge there from low line.
So it'll be a third down and goal now. The ball is going to be at the 5-yard line, actually the 4-yard line. So a third down and goal from the 4. Unruh gets the snap, drops back to pass, zips it across, and it's intercepted. No. Intercepted at the 2-yard line, and he's got a lot of room to run. Unruh going to try to get down the field, and Jamel Thomas saves the day on the tackle there. Third interception of the afternoon. As that time, Unruh just locked in on the receiver. Good job by the Delta secondary to recognize where the Indians like to go in that situation. A big return out to the 49-yard line. CJ, I'm not going to lie, I thought that was going to be our third pick six of the game.
Yeah, when he first caught that ball, there was nothing but green grass in front of him. So give Spencer credit for getting back, slowing him up, and letting Jamel come in and make that tackle.
So the Indians defense will have to come back onto the field here. Delta just marched down the field, scored a touchdown, missed the extra point, but now for a chance for them to take their first lead of the contest. 28-27, 6:36 to go here in the third quarter. Delta with the ball at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Handoff is going to be to the running back in the backfield, trying to get to the outside, gets the corner, gets a nice block from his wide receiver downfield, and a solid pickup of about 8 there on first down. So a big pickup there on first down, and actually going to call it a gain of 7. So second down and 3 will be the situation here for the Trojans. Mississippi Delta marching down the field here. Sun has popped out. It's been overcast for most of the day. Sun is starting to come out here in Moorhead. Second down, and a short 3, long 2 now here for the Trojans. Turnovers have plagued this ball game for both teams. Each team with 4 turnovers on the afternoon. There's a carry on second down. Looks like he's going to be about 1.5 yards, maybe a half yard shy. We'll see where they officially mark the football. And he did the 40 for the first down, and they were getting just across the 41. So, yeah, it'll be a third down and inches situation.
Yeah, you never know until they put that final spot down where it's going to end up.
Yeah, we saw him spot the football where it would have been a first down for ICC, turned into a turnover on downs. And so it was a bad spot for Delta. Actually marked them 1 yard back from where the mark should have been. And so Delta taking their time in the huddle. 12 seconds now as they break it. 3rd and inches. ICC, can they bend but don't break in this situation here? 28-27. ICC with the lead. 5:13 to play. Quarterback keeper going to have the first down. Good job by the quarterback, McAfee, that time, just to get the football, tuck it, protect it, and make sure he got that first down. Didn't try to do anything fancy.
Yeah, smart play call right there.
So a new set of downs here for the Trojans as they get the ball out to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 2 on the play. And so it'll be first down and 10. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Well, this contest so far has been anything you can do, I can do better. And so we could be in for a wild one here in the second half. 4:40 in counting here. ICC leading 28-27 after a missed extra point on the last Trojans drive. The Trojans trying to march down the field to take their first lead of the contest. Handoff is to the running back. Nearly fumbled the football off the handoff. Slipped off 2 tackles, spins forward across the 35. Going to be down to about the 34-yard line. CJ, that's been about the 3rd or 4th time today we've seen Delta flirting with disaster, but able to turn it into a big game.
Yeah, I know that on the kickoff earlier when he bobbled that ball and ended up getting 30 yards after he picked it up. Same situation there. Was able to round that corner and get a gain of 6.
So second down and 4 here for the Trojans. The ball near 30, let's call it the 33-yard line here. Snap back, quarterback's going to roll out. It's got pressure coming. Now zips it out and just throws that one away. Smart play that time by McAfee as he had pressure coming in the backfield that time from Smith and Ataris Moore. He just threw that one away, had a receiver in the area, so he'll live to see another day and keep it at a 3rd down and short situation.
It's good coverage there by Martin and Robinson there too. He really didn't have a whole lot of options to dump that ball underneath.
McAfee was a little slow to head back to the huddle here. Third down and a long 4. 3:48 as the clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. Delta trailing ICC in this contest 28-27. Man in motion, that's the tight end going to the far side of the field. ICC bringing pressure. They drag the tight end right back across the receiver. That's a wide receiver across the middle. Trying to break off a tackle, and that's going to be a fumble that goes out of bounds. Oh, man, the Indians, boy, if they could have picked that thing up, it would have been huge. And so that's going to move the chains for a first down. The fumble is actually going to lose them some yardage. But once again, Delta's doing a great job on that delayed drag route across the middle.
He threw some moves down, too, right after that.
Boy, that could have been the 5th turnover of the game for Delta, so a major bullet dodged that time by the Trojans. 3:35 and counting here. 28-27, ICC with the lead here over the Trojans. Delta, though, knocking on the door. Ball is at about the 22, 23-yard line. Let's call it the 22. Handoff is going to be to the running back. Slips the seam, gets to the outside, but there's a nice play defensively for the Indians to come in and sniff that one out late. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. No gain on the play as that was number 24, Moore, coming in on the tackle. So second down and 10 now. The ball will stay at the 22-yard line. 2:57 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 28-27, ICC hanging on to this 1-point lead. Delta, though, trying to find a way to take their first lead of the contest here on homecoming. High snap, able to pull it in. Throws it out to the flat, it's complete. Makes one man miss, now juking across near the 10-yard line. And a nice open field tackle that time by number 41. That's Dunquavion Moore, the freshman DB out of Warren Robins, Georgia Northside High School.
It's going to give them another first down.
And the ball is going to be spotted at the 10, so it'll be a first and goal situation now. So Delta not going quietly on this drive. They have pieced together a nice little drive here, eating up a whole lot of time as well. 2:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Can the Indians defense come up with a stop here? They've been but not broke all season long. Need to find a way to get the stop here. This time to pass out to the running back, and he's going to dive into the end zone for the touchdown. And Delta takes their first lead of the afternoon, 33-28.
That was just a good executed drive there by Delta.
Yeah, Mississippi Delta marching down the field with authority that time, and a great play call as ICC went with the momentum going to the opposite side of the field. Quarterback just simply turned around, tossed it to his running back in a one-on-one situation. He was able to dive in for a 10-yard touchdown pass with 2:04 to play. So a 10-yard touchdown. They're not going to go for 2, elect to not chase the points here, and the kick is up and good. 34-28, ICC trailing with 2:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, out of the timeout, or excuse me, after that touchdown, we reset here. 2:04 to play. Delta taking their first lead of the afternoon, 34-28 here over ICC. The Indians led at one point in the game, 21-7. And we're getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here from the Trojans. 2:04 to play. ICC had a nice return on their last kickoff. We'd love to see another one here. And that's offsides. The kick is going to be taken at the 6-yard line by the Indians. Trying to cut up the middle, and he's going to be hit and bounces off one. Now can he get to the outside? This is number 18, Cortez Davis, and he is going to be tripped up and just shy of the 50-yard line.
Good return there.
And the Indians, I don't know if you can tack on the yardage of the offsides on the kickoff. Well, if it will, it would be big, but if not, obviously you decline this situation. And so the ball right now is spotted.
They're marking it off.
Well, one referee is spotting it at the 47. Now the other one's trying to get to the 5-yard line, and that referee in the middle of the field struggled today when it comes to spotting the football. The referee, the side judge was, or the line judge, excuse me, was at the 48-yard line. He was standing on the 50. And so now the 5 yards tacked on the end will put the ball on the positive side of the 50 here for the Indians. ICC trailing 34-28, 1:52 to go here in the third quarter of play. Homecoming at Mississippi Delta. Unruh, still your quarterback. Handoff is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to bounce it to the outside, and he is going to be hit and stacked up. Minimum gain, maybe one on the play. Nice job by that defensive line of Mississippi Delta to blow up that play once again.
First, it looked like he might be able to bounce off that, but that defender just grabbed hold and held on for dear life.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 9 situation. 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. ICC trailing for the first time today. Indians hampered with 4 turnovers. 2 of those interceptions returned for touchdowns. And that was the difference in the game right now as it forced us into a 21-21 halftime tie. Delta leading it now 34-28. Unruh, your quarterback, dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Loads up downfield and nobody there. And
a little extra hit there.
Say a hit on the wide receiver downfield, and really surprised with today's focus on targeting how that was not thrown, as that was just a cheap shot on Watkins. But hey, when you're playing well, good things going your way. You get away with calls like that. And the referee talking to the defensive back, if you're going to talk to him, you got to throw the flag on those plays. ICC quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Free play.
Should be a free play here. Unruh's going to load up. He's got a man, Jamel Thomas, trying to go downfield, and that's going to be another pass interference call. 2 flags come in late. Well, once again, CJ, not a bad idea if you're Mississippi Delta there. You got burned on the play by one of the top receivers in the nation.
Right.
Just reach out and grab him.
Yeah, don't give up the touchdown.
Don't give up the touchdown. Just give up the 15 yards. So the offsides penalty will be declined, obviously. The pass interference will be accepted. As
I think somebody just fell
through the roof. Hopefully Bronson Payne, who is running the camera up top for us, is okay. So the 15 yards will move the chains here. And ICC trying to answer back after that touchdown on the last play. Well, I blame CJ. He talked about how fast this game was moving in the first half. And third quarter moving like molasses.
Yeah.
And 1:01 to go here. ICC trailing 34-28 in the third quarter at Mississippi Delta. The sun is out. Bright shining sun here. ICC looking into the sun on this drive. Snaps a little low. Unruh gets it. Now he's going to decide to tuck and run. Going to try to get up the field, and his own man hit him that time.
He's fortunate to get back to the line on that one.
Yeah, that was Jacob Cunningham that time. Not really sure what Jacob was doing there. He actually wrapped up Unruh and nearly popped the ball free. So, yeah, Indians avoid strange disaster there. No gain on the play as Unruh gets back to the line of scrimmage. Spencer now Gets the snap, going to hand it off, and this is going to be Dinkins, and Dinkins hit at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing, maybe a little surge there after the contact, but we talked about it. The offensive line did a good job to start the second half, but Delta has adjusted nicely here.
I'm not sure if there was a hole that opened up there briefly, but if it was, it got shut equally as quick.
So they do give him a gain of 1 on the play. The ball is out to the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 9 now as ICC will survey the defense and let the clock run out here on the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up here from Moorhead. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a good one brewing here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers. Layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the 4th quarter of play. ICC trailing 34-28. Mississippi Delta. Indians with the football at the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 9. Unruh gets the snap. Pressure coming. He's hit as he releases, and
that hit the ground.
That hit the ground. And you can't get up and run with the ball after it intercepted either way. So Unruh hit as he released, and a big stop there for the Trojans, and ICC is going to elect to play a little field position here and send in the punter.
I know we keep saying it, but man, those defensive linemen got through there so fast.
Yeah, not really giving Unruh a chance to throw it that time. He had the man open, just as we said, as he released, was hit. So the snap is a little low. Hayden Franklin will punt this one away, angle towards the side, and it's going to be rolling. And how are you going to let that roll in the end zone?
He was there.
Tay Carruthers was there. All he had to do was stand on the 1-yard line and down it. Instead, watches it roll into the end zone. Again, CJ, just a tale of the way the game is going today for the Indians. Just a mental mistake.
Just about anything that can go wrong has for us today.
Yeah. That one would have been down inside the 1, the way the defense has played well at times today. Could have been a good situation for the Indians, but instead, just a mental mistake. Lets the ball run into the end zone, and now the ball will come out to the 20 after a great punt by Hayden Franklin, so only a net of 10 yards on that kick.
You'll be glad to know Notre Dame held on 19-14. It just went final.
Go Irish. So now I just need my Indians to rally back in this one. Handoff, running back, breaks through, and a shoestring tackle that time by guess who, Nick Smith, coming up and making a big play there. If not, it was just one man to beat for Mississippi Delta. A gain of about 6 on the play brings up 2nd down and 4 now here for the Trojans. The Indians defense got to come up with a stop here. 2nd down, let's call it 2nd down and 4 for the Trojans. Just now starting the 4th quarter of play. 14-12 to play. Handoff is to the running back. Slips through. Gets the 1st down and then some, and is out to the 40-yard line. Well, right now, CJ, and I'm hating to say this, being an ICC guy, there's one team that wants to win and one team that acts like they don't want to be here right now.
Yeah, there's definitely different levels on the field right now.
So ICC has got to find a way to come up with a stop. 1st and 10. The ball is at the 40. Does Delta have another turnover in their pocket? Both teams with 4 turnovers today. Delta has converted 2 of those turnovers for ICC into touchdowns. Or actually, 2 of them were pick-6 situations. So the Trojans able to move the ball in chunks here. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Quarterback's going to drop back. Pressure coming. Zips it over the middle. It's got a man wide open. The tight end dragging across the middle, and then there's going to be a flag come in late. Looks like possibly a face mask will be added on top of this. And when it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring on the Indians.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on that, but not the best angle from up here.
Yeah, and the referee threw the flag immediately. And that is going to be the case, a personal foul face mask. So that's going to add another 15 to the end of that play there. And I'll tell you what, CJ, right now for the Indians, concern is brewing here.
Absolutely.
You're down 34-28, 13-30. Still a lot of time left to play, but the way the offense has played today, you get down 2 scores. Could be good night, Darlene.
Definitely don't want to go down 2 scores right here, especially the way we're playing right now.
Yeah, and the way Delta's playing, you got to figure this will be 4-down territory.
Yeah.
First down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 23-yard line. High snap, able to get a hold of it. Running back gets it up the middle. He's going to be stacked up, but able to fight forward out to the 20-yard line. Nice strong run that time by the young man from Delta. So Delta trying to win their 3rd game in a row after losing 27 straight. And I'll tell you what, they are playing inspired football. Very impressed right now. Mississippi Delta, possibly one of the hottest teams in the country, trying to come in and knock off the Indians here on homecoming and avenge a lopsided loss last year, 62-14. ICC defeated Delta here for homecoming as well. Over the middle they go. Jump ball, too tall. And the pass falls incomplete. Well, he was there over the middle. If he puts it on the money, that's a touchdown. So a break for the Indians. So 12:37 to go here in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 7 is the situation now for the Trojans. The ICC trailing 34-28. As we talked about, ball is at the 21, so you got to think 4-down territory here for Mississippi Delta.
Yeah, we really hadn't seen a lot out of the kickers today from field goal attempts. A lot of extra points, but definitely not a lot of field goal attempts, if any. I don't know if we've had any.
I don't think we've had any yet. So Delta quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2 seconds. They get the snap off. Quarterback's going to keep it. And that play was blown up in the backfield as that was number 35. Jaya Langford coming in and making a big hit to blow that play up, taking on the running back that time. So it's going to be a loss back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10. Looks like they are going to send the kicking unit here.
Make this a 2-possession game.
So waiting this opportunity here. They're going to spot the ball, I think, at the 30. So this will be a 40-yard attempt here for Delta. I believe this is Spencer Romeo, a freshman place kicker. Snaps a good one. The kick is up. Does it have enough leg? It does, but it's wide right. Big miss there. Delta had enough leg, missed it wide right with 11:52 here. ICC defense gets the job done, but now it's up to the offense. You got to move the ball and give the defense a time to rest on the sidelines. If anything, right now, you got to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, maybe that's the spark we need. Get this offense going, go put it in, take the lead back.
Well, ICC is due a big play. We haven't seen that big play out of the Indians so far this afternoon. So with the 1st down and 10 situation, the ball is going to be at the 23-yard line. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Spencer Unruh, your quarterback. Gets the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Hiram Wallington. Wallington slips off a tackle. Now it's going to dive forward. Smart play by Hiram that time. Got out to the 30-yard line, protecting the football. And a solid pickup there on 1st down. And give him a pretty good spot. They're actually going to spot him down to 31. So finally a good spot going in favor of ICC this afternoon. 2nd down. Let's call it 2nd down. And a short 3, long 2 here for the Indians. And it's going to be a give to Wallington once again. Wallington, though, gets 8 up in the backfield. But the second effort, are they going to give him the forward progress? No, they're not. They're going to say back to the original line of scrimmage. Wow, as soon as I say a good spot on the last play, how about a bad spot on this play?
They gave him right out of yard there.
Okay, so they're going to give him a yard. So I'll take back my bad spot comment as that's where it should be down. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 1. Indians have struggled in 3rd and short situations all day long. Can ICC come up with something here? Changing the play from the line of scrimmage. Hiram Wallington is still your running back. Unruh, your quarterback. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. And it's going to be a give. That's going to be Wallington. Wallington just lowers his head, and I don't know.
see what the spot. Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Spot him at the 35. What a spot. I'm
Wow.
sorry, I'm stopping
I don't
guessing.
know. Yeah.
I'm stopping guessing on where these referees are spotting the football. That ball got nowhere near the 35-yard line, and that's where they're going to spot it.
We'll take it.
We'll take it, but I'm going to say this. It's been that way for both teams.
It has been.
Yeah.
They've been inconsistent all day.
As Steve Diffie likes to say, inconsistently. Or consistently inconsistent. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Unruh throws it out.
Good catch.
Jamel Thomas
Great
goes
catch.
up and makes a big-time catch there. And that's going to be close to another first down. He had to climb the ladder. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. As he just went up and caught it. And I want to spot him about 2 yards shy. The ball was easily
I thought he was right there at it.
Once again, that spot by the referees remains to be questionable. So another solid pickup there on first down. Second down, let's call it 2 here. 9:50 to play in the contest. Play action fake.
Another
pass
high
is going to be a high pass, but this time it's going to be caught. Slipping through some tackles, and that's going to be Roderick McLeod. He picks up the first down, moves the chains for the Indians. Your situation right now, ICC trailing 34-28 with 9:41 to play here in the fourth quarter. We're on the road at Mississippi Delta. ICC trying to get a win to keep their playoff hopes alive here. Delta trying to win their 3rd game of the year.
Cross right.
And so to be 1st down and 10, this first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. 1 in the backfield, that's Deshaun Dinkins at running back. Unruh dancing around, going to have to hurry, and just takes the sack. So the Trojans come in and make a big play there. Spencer, when he turned to run, just kind of looked for a hit when he turned around and kind of tucked his head and never looked up. He had Deshaun Dinkins wide open in the flats there, but CJ, we go back to once again that offensive line not giving the quarterback ample time to throw.
Right, yeah. And it's definitely hurting them all game, and you're seeing it pay even more right here in the fourth.
So ICC will have 2 receivers on both sides of the football in this situation. Second down, and let's call it Greenwood is what you got to get the first down. Second down and 20, 8:38 to play here. Man in motion. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. ICC will try to set up the bubble screen. It's batted down and nearly intercepted. And Delta read that play nicely that time. They had it blocked up on the backside of the play. I don't know if the Indians would have had an illegal receiver downfield anyway with the offensive lineman about 5 yards off the football. When it rains, it pours, and it's pouring on the Indians right now. 8:32 to play here. 3rd down and 20.
I'll tell you, that linebacker, he was never touched. Just ran straight to the quarterback.
So we'll see if Delta dials up some more pressure here. 3rd and 20, 8:32 to play here in the fourth quarter. ICC trailing 34-28. Pressure coming. Zips it over the middle. Short arm
just
pass.
short.
Did he catch it?
I think he caught it.
They're going to say he caught it. Look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay.
Now we got a 4th and short. Let's see what they're going to dial up here.
Man, if he could have just led him that time, it would have been an easy pickup, as that was Roderick McLeod on the reception, and they're going to punt this one away. Well, the last time we saw a punting situation, ICC could have downed it at the 1, but instead watched it roll into the end zone. Delta, they have been suspect to jumping off sides. Would be a great time to see that now, but either way, a Little Caesars punt coming up here from Hayden Franklin. Franklin gets the low snap, puts a foot into this one. This punt
fair catch.
Going to be called for a fair catch, and they're going to let it roll. Can the Indians get this one down inside the 1? And this time they will.
Looks like about the 2.
Well, the first man down there to make sure he got it was Tate Carruthers to make up for letting that one go in the end zone that last time. That shot looking like CJ's driver at Topgolf, hitting and running that time. And now the Indians have pinned the Trojans deep here. Can the defense create a stop and give the Indians some good field position? Still plenty of time. Both teams with 3 timeouts left on the contest. 8:03 to play here in the fourth quarter. 34-28, ICC trailing Mississippi Delta.
Yeah, it'd be great to see the defense make a big play here.
So the Trojans will come off from the sideline with a 1st and 10. The ball at the 2-yard line. Trojans going with their tight package with a tight end and a running back. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back. Cuts back up the middle. Now has a big seam up the middle. And loses his balance there. If Jackson doesn't lose his balance, he has a long way to run. Good vision by Jackson that time, just cut it right back up the middle and gashed the Indians for a big gain on first down. Actually moves the chains, pick up a 13 as he moves the ball out to the 15-yard line. Well, CJ, now you got to ask yourself if you're ICC, you look at your defense, say, how bad do you want this thing? Get the ball back, give us a chance.
That's right,
Delta,
challenge them, make them make a play.
Delta, however, wants to use up as much time as they can off this play clock. Inside 7.5 to go in the contest. Delta leading at 34-28. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. He's going to be hit and falls forward for a gain of about 2, maybe 3. Let's give him credit for a gain of 3 on the play. So bring up a second down and 7. CJ, any scores catching your eyes across the country?
Yeah, Memphis is up on number 10 UCF, 30-24. Just about 2 minutes left in the third. And then Michigan State, Penn State is 14-13. Penn State's up.
That scoreboard update being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com. Looking to pass, throws it out to the flats. It's caught. The high pass was reeled in, and it's going to be caught for a first down.
It's going to be real close, depending on the spot again.
Yeah, and judging by the way they've been spotting the ball all day,
yeah, they're going to give him the
first. They're going to get the first down, but yeah, it does move the chains there. And so right now, Delta doing no wrong in the contest, just nickeling and diming their way down the field. 6:30 to play here. ICC trailing this contest 34-28. Boy, it'd be a good time to get one of those pick six back.
Absolutely.
I'll be surprised if Delta doesn't throw. If Delta throws it, they keep it on the ground, eat up as much as time as they can here. Delta moving a man around. And the quarterback's going to keep it one more time. There's the Indians in the backfield, though, and makes the stop for a loss.
Good read on that one.
Looks like that might have been Dalton Combs on the tackle. Tackle for a loss, as it was a quarterback keeper the whole way that time. Excuse me, that was not Combs. That was somebody else in the backfield. Combs assisted on the tackle there, but a loss on the play. Loss of 2 brings up a second down. Let's call it 12 situation here for the Trojans. And the defense keep it moving in the negative direction.
The clock just keeps ticking.
5.5 to play here. ICC trailing 34-28 to Mississippi Delta. We're in the fourth quarter. Delta drops back to pass. It is complete. The Indians, though, come up quickly and make the tackle for a minimum gain. So it's going to rank up a third down and long situation here for the Trojans. They've been good on third down today, and this could be a very pivotal point of the ball game. Third down and 8 here for the Trojans. You hear the Mississippi Delta faithful below us trying to get behind their guys here to see if they can move the chains. ICC defense, however, needing to come up with a stop and at least force them into a punt. Inside 5 minutes to play now. 15 seconds on the I almost said shot clock. Good grief. On the play clock as Delta breaks the huddle. Now 10 seconds. Probably expect to see the snap come with about 3 to 2 seconds.
Take as much amount of time off that clock as they can.
Combs showing pressure off the corner. Forces the quarterback out. And now the quarterback's going to tuck and run, and he's going to have the first down.
And more.
And it stays in bounds, and there's going to be a late flag coming in. A flag coming in on the play. McAfee kind of deked the Indians, thinking that he was going to give up on the play and go out of bounds, but instead kept it cross midfield. But we're going to see what the flag is about here. Great play by Tariq McAfee.
I would guess in that location you're getting a blocking foul there.
Maybe a holding, block in the back. So a big-time break there for the Indians, but the Trojans do move the chains and pick up that first down. 4:26 to play here. And what a play. And that's what we said all day today. When Delta needs the big play, they found a way to come up with it.
They have.
34-28, Delta with the lead. 4:26 to play here in the fourth quarter. Let the crowd tell the story right now. You hear them getting fired up below us. First down and 10. The ball is at the 39-yard line. 4:15 to play here in the fourth quarter. Mississippi Delta trying to hang on to this 34-28 lead. They trailed at one point 21-7. Then it was back-to-back pick six just before halftime to send us in and tied at 21. ICC took the lead, and then back-to-back touchdowns by Delta. has made it 34-28 here in the second half. The option pitches out. Going to try to cut back up the middle of the field. Good read, and it's going to be picked up.
I think he's got another first.
As it's going to get the ball out to about the 49-yard line. Depends on where the spot of this one's going to be, and they're going to say, yes, a first down for the Trojans. Haven't seen the option all day out of the Trojans. Good play call.
So they've actually marked a second down. Just short.
So
well, I don't know what they're doing over there.
Now they're going to say it's a first down. So the Indians defense needs to find a stop here. The Trojans, however, picking it up in chunks in this one. The Indians on their heels. The Trojans trying to put this thing to bed here. 3:19 and counting. ICC with all 3 timeouts left in the contest. Handoff is going to be to the running back. He's going to go forward, carry a couple of Indians across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. Is where to be second down, and let's call it 4 for the Trojans.
Just under 3 minutes left now.
So second down and 4. 2:53 and counting here. ICC trailing in the contest, 34-28. Trojans watching this clock run here. The Indians trying to find a stop defensively, but the Trojans picking it up in chunks here on this drive. They missed a long field goal attempt that would have made it a 2-score contest. Now with 2.5 to play.
You got to think about starting to burn some of your timeouts here pretty soon.
And that's going to be a delay of game. No, they get the snap off. And now get to the outside. There's a holding on the corner. No call. You got to call that in that situation. But it's going to be a first down. Anytime a player reaches across the chest of another guy, but part of it, you got to play on. And right now, Mississippi Delta, almost like a semi-truck, just hitting that foghorn as they come through, saying stop us, and the Indians can't do it. Timeout on the field taken by ICC. Does the Indians defense have a stop left in them? 2:06 to play. ICC trailing 34-28. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Well, you hear the Trojan faithful below us getting behind the Mississippi Delta squad on the field right now. 2:06 to play. ICC trailing 34-28. The Indians defense on their heels. The Trojans able to march down the field with little to no effort right now. Able to eat up a lot of that clock as well. Hand off to the running back. The Indians hit him in the backfield and stopping for a loss on the play. Looks like the Indians are going to take another timeout here. Try to extend this ball game as much as they can. We'll take a look at that Little Caesars instant replay, as that's going to be hit for a tackle for a loss of about 1 on the play. And even 2 minutes remaining. 34-28 is your score. ICC trailing Mississippi Delta here on homecoming. And I tell you what, folks, this Mississippi Delta team, we talked about it, and I'm not over-exaggerating here. After they picked up that 27-26 win on a Hail Mary over Kahoma, they went to Northeast, picked up a 41-11 win at Northeast on their homecoming. They are coming into this ball game red hot. ICC, well, they were behind the 8 ball from the start. The bus broke down on the way. They didn't get here until about an hour before kickoff. Didn't actually go through any of their warm-ups. Basically had enough time to get off the bus, get taped up, get dressed, and get on the field. So the Indians have been reeling from the start, but let's give credit where credit's due. Delta fell behind 21-7, has rallied back and kind of punched the Indians in the mouth on this drive. So can the Indians defense, with only 1 timeout left in the contest, come up with a stop here? 2 minutes to play, 34-28, ICC trailing the Trojans of Mississippi Delta. Going to try to go with the pitch. They pitch it out, and ICC hits him, and it's going to drop him right back at the line of scrimmage. So it's bringing up a 3rd down and 11 situation here. And they'll be able to run this clock down to just about a minute left with a 3rd down and 11 situation coming up here for the Trojans. CJ, this could be your ball game.
Yeah, definitely. If they don't get the stop here, this is over.
Got to think with the Trojans, they'll use as much time as they can in this situation. Won't have to snap it until about 109, maybe 110 left in the contest. So all ICC can do is just sit there and watch that clock run. They'll take and let it run all the way down to about 1 second, and Delta will take a timeout. So we'll have just about, if the Indians do get the ball back, they'll have it back inside a minute. Trying to drive and score on this one. Timeout on the field, taken by Mississippi Delta. 1:09 to play here in the contest. The Trojans lead at 34-28. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we reset out of the timeout. There's 1:09 to play here in the 4th quarter. ICC trailing Mississippi Delta 34-28. Delta will have it with a 3rd down and 11. The ball is going to be spotted at the 36-yard line, so they've got to get out to the 25 for the 1st down. Delta, they've been money on these 3rd and long situations. The ICC defense, however, needs to come up with a big play here. Could stop the clock if they do get the stop. Quarterback's going to keep it, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Nicely done. I believe that was Moore coming up with the tackle in the backfield. The Indians burn a quick timeout. No gain, so it'll be a 4th and 11. As, yes, that was a Taurus Moore coming up and making the shoestring tackle. No gain on the play. The clock will stop with 1:03, so it'll be a 4th and 11 situation. You got to think they'll punt it away.
Yeah, I would think so here. But you never know.
Say, the way Delta has played today, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Can the Indians have an amazing comeback in this one? CJ Adams filling in for Jim Ingram, who is running the Miracle Mile this afternoon out in Tupelo. I think it's a 6.5K that he's running.
Yeah, Mr. Jones had a productive day today.
He has. He's been all over the world. 1:03 to play here. Trojans will send the punting unit onto the field. ICC getting some late substitutions in. This is going to be number 10, Austin Watkins, back to return. ICC all kind of confusion right now. As Delta actually setting up in more of a sprint out type situation. Delta looking overboard. If the Indians can block it, kick, it would be huge right now. Delta want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Snap back's a good one. And the kick is away, and this one's going to be kicked into the end zone. Well, not what you wanted to do there if you're Mississippi Delta, as now with 57 seconds left on the clock, can ICC orchestrate a drive down the field to rally back in this one? 57 seconds left in the ball game. 34-28 ICC.
Obviously not as much time on the clock as you'd like to see here, but give the defense credit. They came up when they had to, made the stops.
They did. ICC has no timeouts left in the contest. ICC trailing 34-28 with 57 seconds left here. Spencer Unruh is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Indians. Unruh gets the snap, steps into the pass, throws towards the sideline, is intercepted. That will do it. The 5th turnover of the day for the Indians. And CJ, almost poetic that Delta is able to come in and pick that one off to end this one, as it was a pair of pick 6 that got them back into the contest. And another interception, the 5th turnover of the day by the Indians. And Delta will be able to go into that victory kneel with ICC having no timeouts left in the contest. So the Delta fans will have a exciting homecoming to celebrate this year. CJ, let's give credit where credit's due. Delta wanted this one more.
They did, and that I can't say enough how improved this team is. They're a good football team right now.
And so Delta will come out to the sidelines and will take a knee on this one. 50 seconds left to play. ICC can't stop the clock. And so he takes the knee, and the clock will reset, so they'll have to snap it one more time before this one will be final. And we'll move into our Renaissance Bank postgame report here from Mississippi Delta as the Trojans have rallied to pick up the 34-28 win here over the Indians on homecoming. You take a look at it, what a difference a year makes. ICC comes down here last year, picks up a 64-12 win over the Trojans on their homecoming. The Trojans invite them back, and they're going to come away with the big win this afternoon one more time. It looks like the Trojans may take the delay of game here, or maybe take a timeout. The coaches getting the Gatorade bath on the sideline. And they are going to take the delay of game. And that's going to do it. Mississippi Delta defeats the Indians in a shocker 34-28 here on homecoming. And we'll take a break and be back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this. It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers. Layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar. Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Adam Gore here, your final score. Mississippi Delta, they hand one to the Indians today. ICC falls 34-28. And let's give credit where credit due, ladies and gentlemen. This Mississippi Delta team now winners of 3 straight. After losing 27 straight this afternoon, well, it was kind of a tough day from the start for ICC. The bus broke down on the way down here. ICC got here with about an hour before kickoff. Was not able to go through their warm-ups and their regular routine, so that was kind of a tough job for the Indians. But the Indians were able to build a 21-7 lead, and it was back-to-back pick 6 by the Indians that sent it to a 21-21 tie at halftime. Momentum easily on the sides of the Trojans at halftime. ICC came out and scored quickly to start the second half. Then the Trojans took advantage of a ICC turnover, was able to take a 34-28 lead, and unfortunately for ICC fans, it was almost a fitting ending to the contest as ICC threw an interception on the first play of their last drive for Delta to be able to secure the 34-28 win this afternoon. Now, we talked about the playoff hopes for the Indians. That's still alive for ICC, as they'll have to play Northwest in the final game of the year. A win there over Northwest would give ICC the head-to-head tiebreaker, but I'm going to be honest with you right now, this ICC team is reeling after today's 34-28 loss. Well, an extended conversation there on the field for the Indians. That's been a tough day at the office for ICC. We'll see if Coach Sean Cannon will elect to come up at the ending of the game. There's a lot of have to go a long way around the field if he does come up. So we'll take one more time out and come back and wrap up the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls 34-28 to Mississippi Delta here on homecoming at Moorhead. Back with more right after this.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. I understand winning, but yeah, Mississippi Delta players going over and running through ICC players after they win. Hey, celebrate. You got a right to do it. They earned it today. Delta picks up the 34-28 win. CJ Adams joining us once again back in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. CJ, give us those second half scoring.
All right. Well, ICC led the score in the second half, 11:41 in the third. 10-yard reception by Jamel Thomas from Unruh.
Yep.
And after that, it was all Mississippi Delta.
Yep.
They just took over the game. Had a 17-yard touchdown run with 9:17 in the third, and then a 10-yard touchdown pass with 2:04, and that wrapped up the scoring.
Yeah.
ICC just couldn't move the ball. Of course, the turnovers.
Yeah.
You can't say that enough. That kills any game.
Yeah, 5 turnovers for the Indians today, 2 of those being returned, 2 interceptions being returned for touchdowns. Really gave Delta that momentum going into halftime, and they never let it go.
No,
and that's the thing. We're not making excuses whatsoever. This Mississippi Delta squad came out, did what it needed, did what it had to win the game today.
Yeah, and that very last drive they had, they took so much time off the clock. I mean, you can't teach clock management better than what they executed out there.
Absolutely. It was on the defense to come up with some stops. They couldn't do so, and Delta able to pick up the 34-28 victory this afternoon and win their 3rd game in a row. Now for the Indians, it's kind of regrouping and getting ready for homecoming on their own. They'll host Southwest, so that'll be outside of division play there against Southwest. Of course, this will be the first time in school history that homecoming will be on a Thursday. So for the Indians, a quick rebound to get ready for a very scrappy Southwest team.
Yeah, this is a tough one to come off of on a short week. Not much time to turn around and get ready, and I'm sure Southwest will be ready to play too. So we've got to put in the work this week and get ready and try to come back home and win some football games.
Absolutely. That First American National Bank Thursday night First American National Bank opening kickoff is scheduled for 6:30 against Southwest. Of course, we'll be right back here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan, as well as Let's Go ICC TV with your Davis Ford pregame show starting at 6. So that's going to do it here from Mississippi Delta. The Trojans pick up a big win here over the Indians. They win 34-28. We'll say good night. So for CJ Adams, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, and Bronson Payne, I'm Adam Gore. Have a good evening. And as always, roll Tribe.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.